enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Choo-choo.
We start the show with breaking news. Breaking news,
What?
Anthony.
Already?
That's right, breaking news.
We're here.
Ashton Kutcher threatens to stop Twittering.
Okay, I have to leave. It's an emergency. I have to be with my family.
Once again, Ashton Kutcher threatens to stop Twittering.
Yeah, I read this yesterday.
Go away.
Don't make light of it. Why?
Him and Demi.
Are threatening to stop Twittering? Why?
Well, because there's some rumor that
Because they finally have a movie offer,
Yeah.
and they could go back to being Hollywood douchebags.
Ashton is one of the top Twitterers in the country.
Yeah, I hear.
He's
For what?
2 million people he's got following him, and
That's
he
because-
Twitters a lot.
That's because he got a hit on what, CNN with Larry King or something.
Yeah, he made a bet with CNN that he could reach 1 million before they did,
But
and
he-
he did.
He was able to get on CNN to say that.
Yeah, exactly. And then he reached the 2 million mark like 5 weeks after that or something ridiculous. So now he's like, the poster boy for Twitter. But apparently there's some rumor that Twitter is in a deal with some type of reality show.
Oh, great.
Where people actually stalk celebrities using Twitter. And I don't know how this show works. They don't even know. There's no details out, but that was kind of what was leaked out. And he said, if this is going to happen, I am not going to be part of Twitter because, this puts us and other people in danger and blah, 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 blah.
Why do we have to ruin everything?
Yeah, because
the Twitter thing is kind of cool right now, but of course there's going to be someone out there that someone out there's got to wreck it.
I mean, remember, everyone had a MySpace page.
And what happened with MySpace?
Facebook.
They spammed the shit out of it?
Yeah, and then it turned into, someone else bought it, and then it turns into a friggin'... Actually, it's the best site to go and get a virus on. And
number one rated?
Yeah, number one rated virus distribution center. And it's a pain in the ass navigating through ads and all kinds of crap because now they're a business. They're not just some cool underground web thing. Once these things, it's like anything else. We talk about this all the time with bands. When they become popular, people go, fuck them, they sold out. It's the same thing with like internet little applications and stuff. They're cool when a few people know about them. Then they really get popular when a lot of people know about them. And then once business picks up on it and sees a way to make money out of it, much like a business I think we're familiar with radio. And then once they figure out a way to turn a dime on it, they fuck up what it was all about in the beginning. So you move on and find something else. Some other kid in a garage making a program.
And then they're left in their offices saying, what happened?
What happened?
What happened? We were doing so well.
We were going to make millions on paper.
Does Ashton Kutcher do some good tweets?
I don't know. Apparently, they do open up their life more than any other celebrities that Twitter. A lot of pictures. There's a picture of Demi Moore at the dentist getting her tooth fixed. So
Without her tooth.
It's her looking over at the camera with big glasses on and a tooth missing, a front tooth.
You know why she wears the big glasses, right?
Which Bruce must have punched out on one of her bitchy rants.
You know why she wears the big glasses?
Cover up the eye problems when you get old.
Yeah, you cover
Sounds
up.
like Stalker Patty now. What happened?
Yeah, the big glasses cover up
A World of Hurt?
the age thing. The
Dice
rest of,
would wear those glasses.
well, Dice looks like an idiot with his glasses.
With his friggin' his De Niro in Casino glasses.
Yeah.
What if she haven't done where she's missing her front
She's
tooth?
missing a front tooth.
Oh, half of Hollywood has fake teeth, so
Yeah.
she had to get one replaced. That's all.
Revamped.
That's all that is. They don't have real teeth in Hollywood,
Yeah. But apparently they Twitter a lot.
and they're threatening to leave
Yeah.
because of a reality show.
Reality.
It'll be interesting to see how Twitter ends because
Reality?
they're going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it.
Yeah. I'll give you reality.
That's how to board Twitters.
So that's breaking news, Ant. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Who cares about the Supreme Court justice?
Oh, God. That's...
You like Obama's pick?
No.
Why not?
Because she's a racist.
What?
So I see it. I see it.
Okay, faggot, what's next?
I call it like I see it.
That's not the one I wanted. I'm sorry, Ed. I didn't mean to call you a faggot.
That's all right. I'll
really wanted another one
take
there.
It. I'll take it for what it's worth.
Why do you think she's a racist?
She made a statement about, first of all, she was involved with some anti-discrimination case in which a bunch of white and one Hispanic firefighter were up for promotion. They had passed the tests and everything else. Apparently some black applicants did not pass the test, so they didn't promote anybody. Instead of promoting the white or Hispanic guy that had passed the test, they did not promote anybody because they wanted black people in there, and the black guys didn't pass the effing test. And
wait, did they use that excuse that it was a culturally biased test?
You know something? I wish I knew more about the case, and I'm glad I don't, because I get so annoyed at things like this. And she apparently thought it important enough to issue a one-sentence comment on the decision. Yeah.
Here comes the racism.
No, which was just that.
Not from you. I'm just saying her statement.
She believed that the decision was just and right, and that's about it. No comment on why, how. No, the other thing is that she believes that a Latina woman is more suited.
I read this.
For, I wish I had the exact quote right in front of me, because I really want to find her.
You got to find it.
Quote.
Because this goes with the whole thing we talk about on the show a lot, that, people think only white people could be racist. Yeah. Everyone is racist.
This one. She's also a member of a very kind of militant Latino rights group. God damn it, where's the friggin' quote?
It's right in front of you.
Right? I would hope, there's a big font going on here, I would hope that a wise Latina woman with the richness of her experiences would more often than not reach a better conclusion than a white male who hasn't lived that life. Stop putting race in everything. It doesn't need to be there. White male doesn't mean to be in there. It doesn't need to be in there. It's in there because white males can be beat upon with impunity by any racial or cultural group out there these days. Fair game on Whitey. Fair game. It's annoying to see in print. And if she's saying that in public, God only knows what she thinks in private and how she would run the court.
Why can't a white guy have a richness of experience?
No, because it's just all biased white guy stuff. Oh, you don't know what it's like, man, to be raised in as a Latina, or as black, or as Asian, or something else. No, I know what it's like to be white and invent everything.
What is the context of that quote, though?
They're also misrepresenting her because they say that she came up in the projects in where? The Bronx, Brooklyn, where?
The Bronx.
The Bronx.
And they're saying, oh well, she, she brought herself up from adversity. Adversity. How does adversity lead you to Princeton and Yale? Another one that goes to amazing schools, becomes a lawyer.
How'd she get to those amazing schools, though?
Yeah, exactly.
Was there a little program put in place, or
I don't know,
or is she one of the truly lucky ones?
Perhaps. And then a few people that she had worked with, and I saw this on the news yesterday. This was amazing. MSNBC, of course, which say one word about a Democrat and they crucify you. She says, they were talking about, affirmative action and all kinds of other stuff. And some guy, a Republican, said, some of her clerks had said she wasn't very bright. And they were like, who said that? You give me a name, sir. You give me a name. You can't just throw irresponsible statements out like that. Oh, like you did at every turn by saying, people are saying George Bush, or people are saying Dick Cheney, people are saying...
Our sources.
And I'm not saying that, they weren't right when they were talking badly about Bush or Cheney or anything. Don't get me wrong on that one. I'm just saying, they were able to throw in just statements from anonymous people. And that one comes out and whoa, this is a wonderful decision on Obama's part.
So you're basically liking the choice.
Oh, yeah, I think she should slide right through. I think she should slide right through the process as the GOP looks at it. And as Rush Limbaugh was freaking out like she's the Antichrist.
You know what? But you get F Rush. He's loving all this.
Oh, he is, definitely.
Can we at least make that? Could we at least agree on that?
Exactly.
Rush Limbaugh loves that in his mind the country's going to shit. He loves it. It's great for business. It's great for the Rush Limbaugh business.
It is. More people tune into him because, he's got the other side of it now.
What's Rush going to say about this
They
one?
want to hear the other side.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they get.
And the country's looking a lot different the last year or so.
Holy mother of God, is it ever?
Wow.
Wow.
I was kind of on board for a little change, but now this is getting a little scary, the change.
It's called diversity.
I understand.
Enjoy it.
I understand.
Enjoy the diversity as white males especially are just their heads put on the chopping block with impunity. You can just bash them, use them in quotes that are demeaning, and don't sit there and go, hey, take it. Hey, you were in charge for enough years. Yeah, look what it got us, to be a world power. Now you look at the news. Every other day, Korea is placed on ground light fuse, get away with another rocket.
They're just ignoring us at this point, right?
Yeah, they're ignoring everything.
Wait.
Iran, too, which Obama goes over there and just kisses ass and shakes hands, and he's doing everything. And what do? They challenge his weakness by launching missiles, by firing up the nuclear sites, to the point where Israel's going, we're going to have to bomb something here.
Right. They're not.
We're going to have to bomb something.
They're getting very nervous.
Well, we're very nervous.
Well, the North Korea thing, they did the nuclear test underground, right?
Supposedly. That's another
first
thing.
First of all,
I
don't like reading that we're testing nuclear bombs underground. I don't like thinking that we have confidence that it's not going to just crack the earth in half.
It's supposed to be testing nuclear weapons.
Deep underground.
Yeah.
And then, was it yesterday they launched a short-range missile? or
a couple of them.
Yeah.
They launched a couple of them. And Japan's nervous about that because it could reach Japan. Of course, Seoul, South Korea, very nervous. Very nervous because they could reach the capital. And what the hell is Obama saying about it? What's he doing? Where is Hillary Clinton, the Secretary of Shit? Where is she?
I don't know.
I want to see her talk about these issues, about the fact that Iran is blatantly throwing gauntlets out there. They hit the open seas, international waters, with warships for the first time yesterday. They said it was off the coast of Somalia to protect their interest, but they've never left like the Gulf. They've never left their bordering waters.
You're expecting too much from Hillary.
Too much.
She couldn't even keep Bill's missile in his pants.
Exactly. That's another big joke. Whoa!
You know what, though? It's almost like, who cares if North Korea's firing? I'm tired of worrying about these fucking shit. I don't care.
You know what? You're tired until
if they get a weapon,
blow something up.
Let them.
With it.
For honest to God, they're not going to attack us. Let them. Let them attack somebody.
Dude,
fuck them.
The ripples of repercussion that would affect us. We wouldn't be hit by the bomb itself, but and I'm not even talking about like fallout blowing its way over our country, because I'm sure it's a pretty nasty, unclean bomb that they're putting together there with a lot of fallout.
Oh, it's not pure cocaine,
not one of these
my friend.
not one of these good bombs like we got.
It's not pure cocaine. It's cut up a bit.
But economically, a nuclear detonation anywhere in anger, in force, not in testing, on this planet will fucking crush any economic growth that we're trying to pull ourselves out of this recession with. And you do have to look at allies. You do have to look at Japan. If fucking Kim Jong-il decides, let me just fire a nuke at Japan, because he's crazy. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not probable, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. If he did that, do you know what Japan does for this world?
I like Japan. I really do. But you know what? Every time we stick our faces in and try to protect everybody else, the whole world has, in the last 35 years, done nothing but turn against us. And nothing but call us colonizers in the world.
Absolutely.
Fuck 'em. I'm tired of it. It's like if Ahmadinejad wants to test, fuck him. Test all the weapons you want.
You know what it is,
and if they fuck with Israel, Israel will wipe Iran off the map. I'm sick of worrying about everybody else.
You know what it is, though? You're talking like someone that saw an iceberg on a ship, said something, it hit the ship, and now you're sinking along with it, just going, see, I told you. Like, you get the satisfaction of going, see, we were here, trying to protect everybody, and now this guy's hair is falling out in clumps, and my dollar is worth a penny, and some countries we know are just gone now.
It doesn't seem like we have a choice anymore. Because, like you said, the whole world is now connected.
You know what? It is like we don't have a choice. I do agree with Jimmy on the fact that we have been world police for too long, and it's time to let the rest of the world try to sort out their difficulties and problems without us jumping in as the superpower parent that has to keep the kids in line.
Let China deal with them. Let fucking China deal with them.
Yeah, there you go. Let China deal with them.
What is
North Korea?
In the civilized fashion that they do. Wouldn't that be nice? But for some reason, China won't, because they have aligned themselves with communist North Korea. They give them little spankings every so often verbally, but they won't really ever do anything to North Korea.
How about South Korea then? Instead of bitching and moaning about our soldiers being over there, how about fucking South Korea does something to fucking defend themselves in the world against the North?
That happened once. Didn't quite work out. The line went right back to where it was.
Yep.
We got a good comedy TV series out of it, but that's about it.
It was kind of a waste of time.
Yeah.
Hey, Drudge Report. They have a pretty good picture of Hillary Clinton up. As far as
it's great. Yeah.
Really, I got to see this.
She's just shrugging
like a.
And the headline is. Yeah. The headline is North Korea. Oh, it's not a shrug. Yeah, go to the top. North Korea fires another missile, and Hillary's at the podium putting her hand over her eyes like she's shielding the light, looking, and it's almost as if she's looking for the missile.
Like where?
They did?
Yeah, they did. Where?
Where did that go?
Over
Where
here?
Did it come from?
Over there? What?
Unbelievable. It's insanity. And then on a kind of a connected note, I want to talk about the OJ thing quickly, too, because this has to do with race. OJ is actually appealing his conviction in Vegas.
Well, of course he is.
On the grounds that the jury was not diverse enough. There were one Hispanic, and I guess the rest were white. Not diverse enough of a jury for him. Isn't this supposed to be a jury of your peers, and aren't we all equal in the eyes of the blind justice that's blindfolded?
Blah, 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 blah.
This guy
is that why he's blindfolded?
Yeah, because it just weighs the evidence with a scale. It doesn't see. It just weighs the evidence. I know. It is ridiculous. She's dumb. She have her tits hanging out, too. Doesn't she, like, sometimes have her tits hanging out? Right. It's like, Jesus Christ, if that ain't distracting, I'm not looking at the scales anymore. I'm looking at Justice's tits.
I want to feel your tits.
Fantastic.
You're not going to know who felt you up. I love it.
The blind Justice tits.
Right. Yeah, but he had to come up with something. He doesn't want to rot in jail, so
he will.
I was telling you before the show, if that's the best he could come up with, he is in trouble. Because everyone tries to appeal, right?
You figured the race card worked the first time.
Let's go back to the race card.
Did anybody call me the N-word? Like Mark Furman? Did he have anything to do with this? No, sorry, OJ.
That ain't
You're
going to
rot in jail. But again, it's just another thing of, you know, how often would a white guy be able to turn around and go, yeah, my jury, not diverse enough. Not enough white people on it. Well, what are you... Well, a black man or a black woman or Hispanic or Asian can't make a wise decision based on the evidence? You're a racist, sir. It's like, I'm sick of it.
It's just a desperate move by OJ and his people.
Sick
That's
of
all.
it.
It's sad that they're using that.
Well, but what it is, though, is just another thing. I've seen a lot of things, and it's just another thing.
A lot of things going on.
A lot of things.
Fred Goldman had the best quote. He said, yeah, if OJ wants to drive his peers, he'll have to include a wife abuser and a murderer.
Oh, shit.
Of course, they go to Fred Goldman for comments.
Yes, of course.
Oh, he's just
some real comedy comes out under that mustache.
Fred just is at home just chomping at the bit.
Oh, of course.
Oh, the press is calling again? Well, I got a
Here we go.
doozy.
I
Here's
got a
my
good
latest
line.
doozy.
I'm writing.
Right.
Shut up. I'm writing some OJ jokes.
He rules.
He has made OJ's life at every turn.
God bless him.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is not letting this
God
one go.
bless him, because you hear these families
They
that
give up. Yeah.
They give up. Their daughter or whatnot is murdered by some animal, and they come out and go, oh, forgiveness is the blah, 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 blah. Not
Yeah,
Fred
yeah.
Goldman, not Freddie.
No, Fred is living with anger until OJ drops.
OJ's
dead.
going to have cancer, and he's going to be down to 80 pounds, and he'll be in that hospital room just,
Oh yeah, poking his ribs.
Right. Tragic news. The Mike Tyson thing did not end well.
No, that's
4-year-old daughter dies.
Yeesh.
She was pretty much dead when they found her, right?
Yeah,
She
that's
was- I mean, she was still breathing, but it was very obvious that she wasn't going to make it.
She might have been braided or something.
Poor Iron Mike. Got that movie out and stuff. And,
The movie is terrific. The filmmaking is horrendous.
I know. I saw.
Did anyone
I saw
see the
I saw
Tyson?
the trailer for it.
The
and
Tyson movie,
It gives you a good glimpse as to what it's about.
James Tolbach, right?
Yeah.
Directed the Tyson movie. He got Tyson to open up and just talk for an hour and 40 minutes straight. That's the movie. An hour and 40 minutes with a bunch of clips and highlights of Tyson's life.
Very open and
But
honest.
the filmmaking is it's like a I don't know, like a film project that a college kid would do.
Yeah. And why does he have to be in it?
Who?
The director.
Is he in the actual movie?
He puts himself in there at some point.
I don't remember seeing him.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
I saw in the trailer. Maybe it was just like a thing showing him as the.
Well, they show
director.
Tyson talking, and then they make Tyson talking small on the screen, and then bring up another Tyson talking.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like if I filmed you, but now put it on screen 3 different times.
It's almost like
It's like, why do you need to do that?
It's like somebody singing on the old Dinah Shore show. They would
Right,
fade
right.
out, and
So he's doing all this weird,
he's trying to be artistic.
I'm in college, and this is my way of being artistic.
Yeah.
It was kind of lame.
Yeah, it
But what
was.
Tyson was saying, and the movie itself was really good.
yeah, very
'Cause Tyson
interesting. you
comes
know?
across very intelligent, more intelligent than people realize.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
his daughter is dead,
yeah. That's
and I guess another one of Tyson's kids found the daughter in that
7-year-old son, yeah.
7-year-old.
Ah,
They'll have to look and see if
Pretty
he had
awful.
anything. Kids fuck around and they're playing. They're gonna have to make sure he had nothing to do with it too.
they said they were investigating it.
Yeah.
but it looks like an accident and whatever. I don't think they want to.
I'm sure it was an accident either way. Like you know, it's like
Yeah.
when you-
But is it a playtime accident or
Right.
Did she just fall into something? I don't know.
And we have your swine flu update.
Do we? What are
2
we up
more
to?
died in New York City.
Really?
But the news is, they're see. Look, the coverage is off the TVs, by the way, because I think they have realized that we don't want to listen. We don't want to hear about the swine flu.
2
anymore.
more dead in New York yesterday. 3 people killed getting run over by cars yesterday in the boroughs, by the way.
How do you know?
I read in the paper.
And-
Three people were killed just walking around getting run over by cars. 2 people killed by swine flu.
And the 2 people killed by the swine flu had other issues.
Right.
Once again,
Underlying
the swine flu
yeah.
is really dangerous for people that have other issues.
Right.
If you're a healthy human being, the odds of you dying from the swine flu are just
Yeah, you got asthma. I'll give you asthma.
diabetes
Yeah,
and
stuff
whatnot.
like that.
And you want to know something? They said this was a pandemic, right? Which means the whole world is in trouble in some way. Want to guess how many people have died from the swine flu worldwide so far? Since they brought this to our attention a month or so ago?
86.
Yeah, you read it, right?
I don't know.
that was a good guess. I was gonna guess 2,400,000.
86.
It is 86?
For real, that was the number you just pulled out of your hat?
I figured it was some in the 80s.
You got
So I
to
just
fucking
picked
play lotto
86.
today, my friend.
Oh, come on.
Wow. You didn't read that
Need
on
some cake.
on one of your screens
no,
over there?
It's nothing.
86. And if you looked into those cases, most of those people probably had something else going on in their bodies.
So they lived in some awful country anyway.
And finally, just kind of throwing the ball around to start the show today.
Yeah.
We got to do this justice for the rest of the country and actually the rest of the world because we're worldwide these days. This Times Square traffic thing is hilarious.
Yeah, it really is making some news.
Give the people the ABCs on Times Square and the traffic.
The Times
just so they
Square
understand.
Is called the crossroads of the world.
Right.
That is what they call Times Square. It's where Broadway You might have heard of Broadway in Manhattan. I don't care where you live. It crosses with 7th Avenue. And they cross right by where the big ball drops for New Year's Eve. That's Times Square.
Yeah.
The pictures you see of New York City whenever they're showing an establishing shot in an old movie, a new movie, whatever it is, they show 1,000 taxi cabs, buses, and all kinds of just traffic and trucks converging into Times Square through this crossroad of Broadway and 7th Avenue.
And let me just add to this. New York City's to the point as far as traffic goes, one car stalls out, almost the whole island is fucked. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It just takes one problem to just almost close down parts of the city.
Yeah.
At least parts of the city.
Well,
right.
our esteemed mayor, Michael Bloomberg, has decided that that traffic can find some alternate route.
Look, I was kind of for his idea. I thought it was kind of cool, and I'll tell you why. Because I was thinking, wow, why not make Times Square this area where people go and it's just pedestrians, without the cabs and the buses and stuff. I was sort of in on his plan, to be honest with you. The more I read into it, it just makes me laugh.
It's insanity because now Broadway is closed between 42nd Street and 47th, which is Times Square. Mm-hmm. It's Times Square. They've closed it down. And what they've done is seem to have thrown lounge chairs out of an airplane. Those cheap chairs that you'd always pinch your thigh in where they fold back up with that webbing, the uncomfortable nylon webbing, and they weigh like an ounce. And tourists now
Give me the paper.
are just coming in.
Because I got some quotes that I got to get.
Are just coming in and sitting down on these things with their I Love New York shirts.
As cabs and stuff are losing their minds.
And delivery guys and people just trying to drive to work are going crazy. Someone, mark my words, I don't condone this, but I will say, I believe someone is going to get so aggravated.
They're going to go off-roading?
They're going to go right through the barriers and run every single tourist over that is sleeping in those effing chairs. And say, why did I do it? Mike Bloomberg.
There's a picture where the cabs look just completely frustrated, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on lounge chairs.
8 people in the
lounge
lounge
So they're closing
chairs.
a lane for 8 people to enjoy a little fresh air in the Times Square area.
By the way, enjoying fresh air also consists of that is a smoking zone.
Yeah.
Where Mike Bloomberg has been like, stop people from smoking. So as you're relaxing in there, people are coming out of the buildings all around Times Square, and now they're lounging out and smoking cigars and cigarettes. So it's just a big smoke screen, too.
Which is funny because, Mike hates the cigarette and hates the smoker.
So guaranteed you're going to see.
Now these people are walking out like, look how nice the mayor is. He got his chair so he can smoke
sit
outside.
And smoke next to people that don't smoke. Guaranteed you will see Mike Bloomberg say you can't smoke in this area.
Well, Andrea
That'll
Pizer, she wrote a column in the paper today, Real New Yorkers Mauled by Incredibly Dumb Idea is the headline. In the annals of stupid ideas, this has got to be the worst ever. Yesterday, as New Yorkers dragged themselves back to work, they found cheap beach chairs thrown into the middle of Times Square, replacing buzzing, honking vehicular traffic with gas-producing tourists who really ought to lay off this. Now she goes for the joke, whatever. Turning the crossroads of the world from the vibrant, frenetic center of the universe into a butt-littered suburban parking lot is an idea so ferociously dumb it harks off other catastrophic decisions. Sorry. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's no one is enjoying this except, I guess, tourists.
Yeah,
things like that. People work here.
The one line I wanted to read, Mayor Bloomberg, admit you were wrong. I dare not hold my breath. Our mayor, who tried and failed to shove congestion pricing down our collective throats, has thrown the mother of all hissy fits. They're calling this a hissy fit.
It's a hissy fit.
But how does he get past? He doesn't do it alone.
He didn't get his way, so he just said, oh, yeah, watch what I do now.
He seems to do it alone. You're right. You're right. Who else passes this? I think he's like the Fuhrer of New York. Nobody seems to say anything, and you never hear them talking about it, like with the pricing plan and stuff. He was turned down for that. Where are those people when he comes up with stupid ideas like this?
And he gets mad over the pricing. No one can afford the pricing plan.
No, with stupid pricing
It
plan.
costs way too much money just to come in and out of Manhattan to begin with.
Yeah.
And now you want people to pay more money, and then they shoot it down, and you get pissed off. And according to Andrea Pizer, this is what he did.
Does he fit?
It's payback time, she's calling it. And New Yorkers, those who actually live here, must pay.
Yep.
So there you go. Now you get lounge chairs.
You get cheap lounge chairs.
Don't forget the yoga. When's the yoga?
I can't wait.
We got to send Sam down there to interview the people that are doing free yoga in the middle of Times Square where vehicles used to travel.
Yeah, do some relaxing yoga as some young ethnic boy is banging away on spackle buckets for money.
How are the theaters not going to get hurt? Caroline's Comedy Club is right there. It's like,
right
how
there.
the fuck are these businesses not going to be hurt by this asshole's traffic plan?
Now, when there's when it's snowing out, raining out, crappy weather, and you have to now walk a couple of blocks because the cab can't go there, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
I mean, it's.
We'll have to wait and see. The delivery guys are out of their minds. They were quoted in all the papers.
Oh yeah, they're
out of their minds.
Not happy
because now they have to haul their stuff a block or so.
And they're going to get a ticket for parking where they park, so they're going to want to block in 7th Avenue and these side streets anyway.
And there's a new idling law that they're enforcing too, where you can't leave your vehicle
engine
running at the curb. So now these guys have to shut their vehicles off, which this one guy was saying the engine runs my refrigeration unit for the back of the truck. Mm-hmm. He goes, what am I going to do? He goes, I got eggs back there.
Look, I'm not a fan of car pollution, but that's a dumb idea too.
Yeah.
It's stupid. These guys got to make their deliveries, and you want them to shut their engine off every time they stop.
Yeah. It really is insane. This he's crazy.
Didn't they just raise our taxes? And this is what this fuckhead is wasting our money on?
Yeah.
Shutting down Broadway and building little islands so we can make lefts so some guy delivering fucking General Chow's chicken doesn't get run over? Ridiculous.
You got to see, because I have a 5-minute ride to work every day. That 5-minute ride at 5 in the morning is now a 10-minute ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm not complaining. It's still only 10 minutes, right?
But
I'm like, wow, Kenny, it's taken twice the time now. Just because of this. And then I'm thinking, how awful is it when there's real traffic in Manhattan? Have you driven down Broadway yet?
No.
It used to be 4 lanes straight through for the most part, more or less, right? Now, before you even get to the closure, it turns into 1 lane with a lot of left turning lanes, a bike lane, and then, like Jimmy just said, these weird islands in the middle of the road.
For no reason.
I don't know what the islands are supposed to do.
It's a waste of time, and he is, like she said, good word, throwing a little hit. He's a little bitch.
Fit.
A little bitch fit.
So it's more than just this 5-6 block closures, what I'm saying. The lead up to the closure is insane, too.
Yep.
Insane.
I got to also bring up, since we're talking about a little bit of politics and hypocrisy and everything else, is Obama. I like to point out when Obama trips over his own dick because no one else seems to. No one criticizes this guy. And this is,
Sean
to
Hannity
me,
does.
pretty biggie. This is, well, yeah.
Rush Limbaugh does.
That's true. Okay, the 3 of us.
Anthony Cumia does.
Yes. Now, you try to tell me this isn't hypocrisy. He made a big stink about and caused a lot of angry people in Vegas. Remember what he said? He made a speech, and he said about these corporations that are being bailed out and these corporations that are wasting money, and the stock holders are angry that their stock prices are going down. He goes, well, it's over for you guys. He goes, no more private jets, no more junkets to Las Vegas. And Vegas got pissed off and said, you know something, we actually had a bunch of cancellations amounting in millions of dollars because Obama said, you know, no more going to Vegas as a corporate, junket or trip or something like that to hold a business conferences, things like that, which, all right, it's hard times. Maybe you don't go to Vegas. But the people in Vegas were very angry that he said this, regardless. That isn't the point. The point is, the good president will be at a fundraiser at Caesars in Vegas. And he said, by the way, he goes, because we will not be paying for this these executives to do this and go to Vegas on the taxpayer's dime. He's going to a fundraiser in Vegas at Caesars. How's he getting there? Air Force One, I would believe.
No.
I believe Air Force One.
No.
And that Marine One from the airport to Caesars or limos and stuff. Who's paying for that? The taxpayers are paying for the president to go to Vegas. Vegas! When he said this won't happen with the businessmen because, there are no more trips to Vegas, guys. I'm in charge now. Meanwhile, he does the exact thing. He should make a point and go, look, there's a fundraiser. That's fantastic. I'll send, somebody to represent me for cheaper. Maybe somebody in Vegas. Maybe there's somebody already in the organization that can go there and stand in for him because, taxpayer money.
Do you think maybe he's going as a way of making up with Vegas because he knows he said something stupid?
No, because he won't even acknowledge it now.
Oh, okay.
He won't apologize. His staff won't return phone calls on the subject. They say things like, that's ridiculous. But no one's brought up the fact that he's using taxpayer money, which ain't just a coached trip on American Airlines or anything like that. Air Force One, the pilot steps on that thing, it's a few $1 million. Taxpayer money to fly to Vegas for a fundraiser, which, by the way, is for a good cause, I guess. It's, I can't remember the guy's name, but one of these friggin' health causes. It's a good cause. But
for real, I thought you were.
No.
I thought you were going somewhere with that.
But there is a loophole here.
Yeah, what's the loophole?
If you donate over $26,000, half of that money goes to the cause. The other half goes to the Democratic Party and gives you, the donor, an opportunity to meet with prominent Democrats and the president to voice any grievances or favors you might need. So if you come up with 26 large and hand it over to this foundation, only half goes to the foundation. The other half is pay money to see the president and say, yeah, I gave 26 grand. I could really use this. And then he'll, get the wheels working. Business as usual.
Business as
with
usual.
This guy.
Well,
just pointing it out. Thank you.
I think we're learning today that the world is just insane. We live in a crazy world.
Yep.
I went to bed with the Cavaliers leading the Magic. I wake up to find out that they lost in overtime. I hate these hours.
Was that hockey? Is
hockey?
Great game. What's that?
That's the NBA. Yeah.
Oh.
And the NBA is not happy because they really, like I said yesterday, they need the Cavaliers and the Lakers in the finals.
Oh, right. That would be the two biggies.
And now the Orlando Magic have a 3-1 lead over the Cavaliers, not looking like LeBron James is playing in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And the Lakers sort of on shaky ground. Not shaky ground, but, it's not a guarantee they're going to make the playoffs.
They're 2-2, right?
I think so, Jimmy, yeah. But, I mean, these hours suck. I like my NBA playoff basketball, and I like my NHL playoff hockey.
Same time.
But you can't stay up for these games if you get up at 4:30.
The Penguins are in, huh?
Penguins eliminated Carolina 4-1. Yes. And Mets win 6-1 over the Nationals. Whatever. That's local sports.
And Jose Canseco.
We love it.
Oops.
I kind of like knowing that he's getting the shit beat out of him. I don't know why. Because I don't really know. I don't know what he was getting at with that book.
Yeah, it was a way to get his name out there and turn a dime, I think, make a few bucks.
I think there's a lot of Major League Baseball players that are pretty happy to read the paper to see that he lost his MMA debut fight.
Lost it.
He only lasted a little over a minute.
I believe it was 14 punches that were thrown at him.
Really?
And the ref had to stop the fight.
And the guy was an average fighter. He was a giant. He was
against a real tall kickboxer. Yeah,
7'2", 7'3", Chinaman.
He
looked Asian.
Chinaman.
He was Korean.
Yeah, I do believe so. I'm gonna try to find the video. I watched it this morning. I just can't remember where I saw it.
And he was just out cold. Jose's just trying to figure out what to do with his life.
He doesn't know.
Does he want to be a tattletale? Does he want to go back and play in some independent baseball league?
I bet some
Does he
of
want
his-
to be a UFC fighter?
Wait, who got knocked out, Jose or the other guy?
Oh, Jose.
Jose got his ass kicked.
I bet some of his ex-girlfriends and wives probably liked seeing that. Hey, now you know how it felt. Oh, here he goes. Yeah, this is, he comes out, little tap of the gloves on each other. What a big guy this,
Wow.
Wow.
God,
He
you guys
is
got to
giant.
check out the video.
He's kicking,
Because
Canseco.
Jose was in studio. He's a monster.
He's a big
Little
dude,
body
man.
blows.
He's a big dude. He looks like a tiny little person.
He's no chop meat in the ring, Ope. Look at the size of that. It's like,
How tall is that Korean?
He's got to be 5'11".
Jim.
How tall is he? For
I think
real?
he's over 7 feet
All
tall.
right.
Yeah.
Definitely over 7 feet.
Now Canseco just took a fist to the face and started running away from the guy, realizing he's hurt, and this guy could do him some damage.
Well, Jose's punching and then kind of ducking his head.
And every time he gets close to this big guy, he just gets a knee or a fist in the face.
Why the fuck would you fight this
Oh,
guy?
now he just took another punch in the face. He's hurting. Now the guy knows Canseco is really hurt.
This guy's a
Jose's trying to kick.
He lays a kick into this guy, and it's nothing.
Now he's just running around the
Nothing to
ring.
him.
Now he realizes
He's in big trouble.
There's nothing I could do against this guy.
He's in big, big trouble. He's winded. He just bent over and almost put his... Now he's down.
Oh, and
there it is.
Down.
Here comes the flurry of punches.
And the guy's just kind of hammer fisting him casually, and Jose's done.
That's it.
It's amazing how fast a tough guy can not look tough.
Yeah. True. Yeah, because Canseco's known as like a tough guy. Oh, he's kind of blaming his knee, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Like, he'll help him up. He'll carry him like a girl.
Now the big, huge Korean.
He'll carry him out like an
helping him
officer and a gentleman. Big galoot. Look at him.
Go.
So, Jose.
Ah, is that fantastic?
Unbelievable. All right.
well.
Why don't we take our first break?
Here goes Jose being coddled by some hot blonde. That was worth it for you.
We'll do our first break.
Okie dokie.
There you go. Want to welcome the Howard fans this morning. Live programming for you. Hope you're enjoying it. It's better than a replay, right?
That's all right.
Opie and Anthony, we'll continue. The top online searches for today. I take a glance at this every day, and every once in a while it's worth mentioning. Jessica Biel. Why Jessica Biel? Piece of ass, but why is she the number one search right now? Do we know? Does she have a new movie coming out?
There's a rumor that she and I were dating.
Oh.
Susan Boyle. Wow, there's a big drop-off. Number 2.
No, she's dead.
No, she's not.
Susan Boyle, the second most searched person today.
Boy, that's a big drop-off.
That's sort of what I just said.
Oh, okay. I was pressing the button.
Yeah.
You just stole Opie's joke.
I'll have to listen to that on the replay.
Word for word, you stole it.
Good for me.
I think the
Just for you.
The Jessica Biel thing is because she's on the June cover of Allure magazine.
That's a big drop-off.
What?
Well, from her to Susan Boyle actually is a drop-off.
yeah.
Of course.
I don't know why she's the number one search. We can go in circles like this all day. I think we should.
NASCAR. A lot of people searching NASCAR today. Why NASCAR?
A lot of NASCAR fans.
Because they're mad that the Indy 500 got so much attention.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Make up for it by, hey, let's go search a bunch of stuff here.
And then Johnny K +8. I know it's not your show, but did you even take a peek?
Well, there's so much controversy going on that
did you take a peek? They hate each other.
can't even help but
Where's Sam,
look.
our Johnny K +8 expert?
Can't even help but look because there's so much controversy.
Could you get the running music? Sam's attempting to run down the hall.
Oh, look at his feet.
Oh my God, it's the
I
worst.
love it.
I hope Johnny K +8 ends like OJ's marriage.
They're pointing straight out his feet.
And then the fifth search of the day is NBA, just NBA in general. Sam, did you take a peek at Johnny K +8?
Yeah, I took a look.
And what can you tell the boys?
Well, they don't seem to be pretending to be happy with each other anymore. John is, he's not even looking at Kate anymore. He won't talk to her like the interviews now.
Really?
Well, just if you know anything about the show, they would get him on this love seat
Yeah.
and to talk to each other, and
Yeah.
and she would just berate him in front of the cameras. And one time she slapped him in the face. Another time she bitched.
Did she really slap him?
Oh yeah, because she bitched that he breathes too loud or something during her interview. So she reached over and slapped him. She's a real twat.
Yep.
Apparently so.
But I guess she's like, it seems like she's getting action, he's getting action, and they don't give a shit about each other. And they're trying to claim that the reality show kind of broke them up, but they're going to continue doing the reality show anyway.
With them all pissed off at each other, yeah.
Oh,
that's good.
How about
Probably
this?
better than
10 million people checked out the first episode of the new season, Johnny K Plus 8. And I think on an average night, maybe they do half that. Maybe.
Because people
probably
want to see
less than
happily
half that.
married couple sitting there with their kids and everything. They want to see controversy. They want to see anger.
But he's finally fighting back. He's not taking no
Is he now?
more shit.
Yeah, because they signed to do 5 seasons, so they have to do this full season.
Is this the 5th season?
Yeah, and they're doing the interviews now. Like, you know, when they go back to the interviews, a small portion of it was them together, but now they're doing separate interviews.
Separate.
Was
Yeah.
that the birthday party episode?
Yeah.
I saw some of that.
Yeah, and he arrived, and the paparazzi are in the woods, and
Yeah.
and he barely looked at Kate. She barely looked at him.
They're denying that there was any affairs for either of them. They're both denying their affairs, but it doesn't seem like they're denying that their marriage is in shambles.
In shambles.
Yeah, she's been walking around bow-legged with a Nuggets jersey, so we don't know. We'll have to know who she's been fucking.
She kind of, I hate to say this, but she's kind of hot now.
She's a pretty face,
How
but
the
her
fuck
body's
did
a
that happen?
disaster.
Well, one of the rag magazines did a before and after.
Yeah.
She's a completely different person now.
Really?
Completely.
Get her up there. I want to
Do
take
the
a look.
before and after. She had a chubby face,
I think
dark,
it was the cover of Us Weekly.
dark horrendous, like
That'll-
mousy brown hair.
That'll happen when
Now she's got the hairstyle that every housewife, out there wants.
The pussy can't just go out on its own, Opie. It's got to be surrounded by the meat that is called a woman. So when they go out, they have to gussy up all that other meat.
Look at this before and after. You can find it.
Yep.
We got.
Oh yeah, look at the difference.
We got to get a website. We got to get our website up and running. We got to
Holy
get.
shit.
We got to get Stephen S. from Bayshore's Rundown working again, because then we
But
can
she
pop
ru-
this up.
Is she running from the law?
That's not
That's
the
like-
same person, right?
That's yeah. You would pass her by and not even know that
The
was
one on
same
the left,
person.
she's a bit chubby. Maybe she's already pregnant with 6 kids.
Probably.
In
And
her
the,
belly.
the other one, she's holding multiple blessings.
Blessings. Let's not forget about Blessings. Huh?
Multiple blessings. No, it's an 8. Blessings.
No, that's how you pronounce it. Jimmy nailed that
I
one.
know, a little callback.
Little callback, because she spells blessings, BLES 8 INGS, so it's blessings.
Blessings. Wow, she doesn't look bad with that little hairdo.
Would you?
Did they adopt?
Nope.
Oh, never.
That fucking thing, opened
Oh,
like a
God.
like a burlap sack and tumbled 8 things out of it.
I hate to say it because it's been used, but the only accurate thing, the predator's mouth. It's got just opens up and babies fall out.
I think we got a quick clip of Johnny K Plus 8 from
Yeah, I brought in
the show the other night.
because they asked him, like, where are you at now? Like, what's your relationship?
What's the status of where you guys are right now?
Dick cunt.
I wish I knew.
I don't know. And what the future holds, we don't know.
I can only speak for myself. I'm here. I'm here every minute that working doesn't require me to be away. So I can't speak for anyone but myself.
I'm here for my kids.
Oh, wow. They hate each other.
He normally would never be allowed to say something like that. I'm just here for my kids.
Oh, yeah,
She would never allow that.
She would allow that.
She's not berating him anymore because she's got to be getting some action now on the side.
Is anyone mentioning or taking into consideration how this may be damaging 8 children?
Oh,
to
yeah,
have this
everybody.
playing out
Everybody.
in public like this. And,
Everyone
and-
is. Everyone
They're
is.
kids. They don't know.
They'll snap back.
Know what Kate has said? She loves being on TV. She said, "This is my job." She goes, "This is my job. I'm stuck. This is my job." But the reality is, she loves the attention. She loves
Of
being on
course.
TV. She
Of
got
course.
caught up in that whole thing. But all the experts are saying, try to figure out how to get the fuck out of this TV contract
And take this thing
do what's
private.
right for your family and maybe yourselves.
What's good for the children?
Do you think she'll probably have her own show after the
Oh yeah,
Yep.
After the season runs out,
Kate.
she'll probably sign on to do her own show.
Called White Was Overrated. She'll have every week a gentleman of a different ethnicity or color plowing a hole.
Her follow-up book, You Can't Go Back.
She'll have it'll be multiple blessed bings, except it'll be an 11 as a tribute to her new husband. A circle.
John's writing a children's book.
Wow.
He is.
Jesus, is he?
Yeah, it's going to be called 8 Little Treadmills.
Oh, no. Right?
A little too soon.
Just a tad.
What was I going to say? Oh, I'm just one other thing about this, and we'll move on because I know this isn't really in our wheelhouse.
In our wheelhouse.
I think most of the guys listening to us don't give a shit about this couple and their dumb kids. But I'm suspicious, and I think that this might be some kind of a work.
Yep, I think you might be right.
Really?
It might be a bit of a work.
They can act then? Is that what? Because they'd have to be able to act.
She loves being on TV. She loves the attention. I think the ratings were so-so. And then TLC, they're on TLC. TLC turns around and fucks them hard and puts a show on where, oh, you think it's pretty crazy to watch a family raise 8 kids. Well, how about you watch a show where they raise 18, I think they're up to?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's the same show, but with more kids. So why would you watch Johnny K plus 8 when you could watch the other show that they're trying to raise 18?
More kids, more better, right?
Right. So then I'm thinking they got together, and I think that Kate is a smart one and said, you know what, we need a little drama. Mm-hmm. And whether it's fake drama or they went out of their way to actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do this to make the show better.
Is that them getting married or something?
In Hawaii, that was their. I wouldn't know because I don't watch the show.
Oh yes, you do. You knew
I
it.
was trying to go. That was their from her on fire ton. I
A
have
little
no clue.
renewing of the vows.
I don't know. Renewing of the vows.
There's a special episode.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
they went to Hawaii.
Sam knows everything about this.
They went to Hawaii, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my job.
Let's say hi to Matt on Long Island. Matt.
Yeah, Sam forgot to mention that now when there's only one person on the couch, to take the place of the other person, they have a huge, multicolored pillow. So you obviously see, hey, there's one person missing here.
Yeah, they didn't get a new chair. It's still a couch built for 2, but there's just one.
And a pillow.
And a pillow.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to our pal Mongo. What's up, Mongo?
Morning, guys. Do you guys realize that you have rundowns being done for your show every single day by Struff on oarundowns.com? He does the complete thing. He puts in links. He puts in embeds the YouTube videos. He does everything. oarundowns.com. He's been doing it for years.
There you go. Nice plug for Struff today.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mongo. So you can check that out for show rundown.
How about that?
How about that? So I guess that's all we need on Johnny K plus A, right?
Yeah. I was just saying, people must know about it because I completely know nothing about this, and it's even been sort of on my radar.
Okay.
That I know there's problems.
Cody in Indiana, the new show that Kate's going to have, Kate plus 8 inches.
Or 8 inches plus. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, perhaps.
Would she ever show her vag?
Wow.
Did she have them natural?
That thing's just got to be.
She had all the kids natural?
I'm not positive, but she might have.
That's just got to be a wreck.
You would watch it. You would look at a picture of that, right?
Sure.
Rocky's eye.
Like a hole they cut in a redwood. Fucking drive cars through. Got it.
I got it.
All right. What else is going on out there in the
By the way, when you said it's in my wheelhouse, my manager used that term recently, Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't really like that
terrible.
saying. I don't know why I used that
The
one.
wheelhouse.
But it may
That's
be
where all the important business is done. You know everything in the
I
wheelhouse.
really don't know why I said that because I'm not a fan of that one.
Well, it made me think of Jonathan, who is the worst party conversationalist in fucking history. We went to a party when I was in L.A. on the Saturday night. We did the gig Saturday afternoon. It was a day gig. So at night, Jonathan's friend was having some people over in the Hollywood Hills, and I had never. It's right by Doheny. I had never been there.
Nice.
Like into a house, and they show movies. They were showing Blade Runner outdoors on a screen.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it was like a really big house.
That's pretty cool.
and we're talking, and Jonathan says to this couple, they're architects, and we're in the kitchen. He doesn't know them, and he goes, I forget the guy's name, but he goes, what would you do if you bought a house, and then through some mix-up, you finally realize that the architect was the Nazi Albert Speer. Albert Speer. And they're like, I don't know. He's like, would you keep the house? And they're like, I don't know. And they go, but then how about if you found out Hitler was hanging out there at one point too? And he just throws this question to these two total strangers. He's the fucking worst party conversationalist ever. Why would you ask that?
Exactly. The answer is a resounding yes. Yes, you'd keep the house.
But it was inappropriate.
No, is it inappropriate?
Because the guy was the guy talked like this. He said his S's like that. He's one of those guys that says his S's
like that.
Yeah, he says his S's properly.
I understand. He was in the business.
No, it wasn't him. He was just, he said his S's wrong.
Okay.
It was really disgusting.
Oh.
We were joking about how wife would probably get annoyed at him because he'd go, I just want to suck your pussy. And she'd go, just call it a cunt. Big dumb teeth.
What kind of ridiculous questions does he ask people?
Well, he had asked me that earlier in the day. It was like that was just his theme for the day. And then he asked these people. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you ask that?
Why would they be building houses here?
I don't know.
Why would Hitler be here?
And then he takes me on a tour of this guy's house. And he's showing me all these, because he used to stay there. Like after one relationship broke up, he stayed with this guy and his wife. And he's showing me family photos the guy has. And he goes, yeah, whenever they would go on vacation, I would replace their family photos with Idi Amin and see how long it took them to realize that the black dictator had been put in the den.
That's good.
Yeah, it is a good one. Just covering all their family pictures of their grandmother with fucking Idi Amin photos.
He's a real jokester.
Yeah, he's a fucking freak.
We got a great story. Listen to this one.
It was an average day on Metro bus number 3684 on Route 18. That all changed near the corner of 15th Avenue West and West Armour Street when this man got on the bus. He looks like a normal guy until he pays his fare. Then, out of nowhere, he punches the victim, Jeannie, square in the face.
You could just see the force. Oh, my God.
Look again. Witnesses say the man shouted, "The sick must die," and let punches fly at an elderly, defenseless woman.
His initial attack was just, I mean, she didn't know what hit her, and she got hit pretty good.
I got to see this. I got to see this immediately. Is she wearing a hat? Because perhaps the guy was just helping her.
She was wearing a hat.
Was she?
Yeah. She really was?
Does it stay on?
I don't want to. This isn't about me spoiling.
Let me get the second half of the story, and then we'll watch the video.
There were 6 heroes in all that day. Sheriff Sue Rahr awarded them all for meritorious service to the community.
He walks onto the bus and he walks up to Jeannie and just punches her in the face. And as I watched this, I said, oh my God, that was my reaction. It was so startling what this guy did.
Jeannie was still too shaken to speak with us today for this story, but at the award ceremony, she had this to say to her heroes.
It really restores my faith in humanity that these people did in fact join together and protect me. And I want to thank you all for what you did. God bless you.
See, I misread that. I thought the guy was one of the heroes and the other 5 helped him.
Oh! Victim of the modern age! Poor girl!
Thank you. Thank you, oh dear friend. For coming to my birthday!
I love that one.
It didn't even make sense, but that one has to be introduced to the show today.
There's a clip of what he said right before he hit her.
Yeah.
He said, I can smell your cunt.
Oh, boy,
he was very angry.
Good. Yeah, you know.
He was very angry indeed.
Not good, not good.
Is that the woman sitting there?
Which is the woman?
Where is she?
Oh, with the cane there.
With the cane?
Why is she looking out the window if she's blind?
She's in the red hat.
Oh, the red hat.
Okay.
All righty.
We'll tell you where you can find this video in a second.
And now the gentleman's getting on.
Maybe.
He doesn't look like a gentleman. Why has he got binoculars?
I don't know. He's obviously nuts.
Maybe he was trying to cure the blind.
Now oh boy.
There's a fucking...
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Oh, wow. Does he just clock her in the face?
What?
What a shot.
How could you not see that coming?
Oh. What an asshole. What a complete asshole.
I say it was race-related.
He probably would have said that. If you're nuts enough to yell the sick must die and punch a blind lady on a full bus, he's just a nut.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's a nut.
He doesn't look like he's crazy, does he?
Yeah, he's got binoculars and a whistle.
Yeah, he's wearing binoculars and a whistle, and he punched a blind woman unprovoked. He's nuts.
I think he's a little crazy.
I had that same outfit on over the weekend. What do I know?
Oh.
Where's the people rushing to her aid?
No kidding.
And then someone jumped up. You could see the guy right next to her jumped up.
He looked like he was jumping away.
Shots, though.
He got in 3 good hammer blows.
What do you mean he got 3?
Damn, that put Canseco out.
I thought it was just the one big punch.
Looked like he got a couple more.
Do they show the people getting up to help her?
Yeah, what the hell?
No, but we're going back to the beginning. See if it runs all the way through. Do they show the people jumping on him or no?
This looks like that looped surveillance clip from Speed.
Oh, yes.
Wait a minute.
Unbelievable.
See her pocketbook. Now people are getting up.
And now the guy's just fighting everybody?
Now some
Dom DeLuise is trying to help him.
The guy with a beard there. They're kind of girly fighting. They were slap fighting each other a little bit. How does that guy just not get the shit beat out of him?
They should hold this guy down. He's crazy. They should just hold him down and kill him. He should be
like that
killed.
bar right there. The guy should take his hand and smash his head into the metal bar right there. Why are they just holding him? Why don't they beat him up?
They're holding him right
next. Justice.
They're holding him right next to the blind woman.
Yeah.
So if she looks up,
he could kick her in the head.
The thing is, it's like that's a case where again a guy should just be beaten to death, and he has nothing to contribute to society.
No.
Unbelievable.
Just harm.
Where do they find this video, Danny?
Or hat is kind of skew.
Yeah, I know. Just
this is from I think a local news story. If you just put in blind woman attacked on bus, blind woman punched, it's going to be
blind woman provokes gentleman.
Jesus.
Her hat just set him off.
Yeah. He saw red.
Man punches blind.
Well, I just saw red.
Okay. All right. That's unbelievable.
Punched her.
Unbelievable.
You know a white lady?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's another video of a young black gentleman beating up an older white lady, and no one seems to have any racial issues with it.
Yeah,
If this was the second piece of news footage with like a white guy punching an elderly black woman in the face, and then there was this one, don't tell me that even if it wasn't racially motivated,
I know.
people would be saying it.
Well, let me tell you another thing. If that was exactly reversed, white guy gets on a bus full of black people, punches old black woman in the face, that guy would not be leaving that bus.
Nope.
It's one thing you got to say. Know how to deliver the street justice.
We got a question.
Whitey just holds the fucking guy there for the law to show up.
Gingerly.
Yeah, to tell him he's crazy and we ought to, be sympathetic to his thing because he's such a struggle to grow up and shut up.
She kept her hat on, though.
Ready him.
She kept
I know,
her hat on.
she did. Not like old, can't keep her hat on lady. That shock of white hair.
Is it true they took that video off of YouTube?
Yes, the show has to have a website to put up. That should be on the website.
Oh,
absolutely should. Yes, indeed. There he goes.
Let's say hi to Tom in Chicago.
Actually, it looks like A-Rod getting on.
Tom?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, Ant, are you going to base your new UFC fighting character on this dude?
Yeah. Chop meat. He delivers he delivers a blow. He would have kicked her a few times. Chop meat's a big kicker.
Yeah, my character's name is Hiv If You Hit Me.
Hiv If You Hit Me?
HIVIFU, and that's the first name.
Oh,
Last
so
name
you're going to
Hiv.
get the Hiv if you hit me. I guess that doesn't really distract anybody that you're
Not
fighting
at
on
all.
the game. No, why would it?
I get my shit kicked out of me every time.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
They should
Later.
beating one.
Punching out.
Why aren't they just beating that guy to death?
Yeah.
Why aren't they beating that fucking savage
Why aren't
motherfucker
you
to death?
stomping his brains out?
Let's go to Tom in Jersey. Tom?
Hey, how you doing?
The lady's hat's name is Charlene, sir.
Hey, Sam, you're a freaking idiot. How the hell is a blind lady going to look up and see the guy being held there?
Who said that?
I think Sam sort of.
Oh,
he
got her in the ear.
Maybe she looked up because he yelled all the sick people should die, and she's like, uh-oh. Maybe she was hoping she was next to somebody with a fucking IV sticking out of them, and they didn't mean her. When you're blind on the bus and you hear that real close, you're like, I hope there's someone worse off than me.
Boy.
Like a headless person.
That is a great observation. You're sitting there like, oh, dear God, I hope he's not talking about me.
The odds are not good.
No.
Boy, she could take a punch. The punch is kind of like the Edward Norton, Tyler Durden, you punch me in the ear punch. Ow! You punch me in the ear. He hits her right in the ear.
God, that is just violent, man. That's horrible.
She probably thought the bus crashed.
No bus yells that before it crashes. No bus yells that and has fucking, and all of a sudden you have Popeye's grease on your face. It's fucking animal. Fucking people on the bus should have beat that motherfucker to death.
Yeah.
Really. I'm sorry. If you punch a blind lady in the face, the public should just kill you.
Yeah, it should be in the rule book.
You have nothing to contribute.
Let's go to Eric in Jersey. Eric, what do you think?
Yeah, if the people on the bus would have fought back, they probably would have charged them with a friggin' race.
Oh, yeah, I know, exactly. They beat up on the poor black gentleman.
Something,
Absolutely.
you're probably right. Your Honor, a white mob attacked this man, this disturbed man. He's now suing or something. Just enough. Dom DeLuise. That guy doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like.
The guy's like, I'll suck your cock. I'll suck your cock. Just relax. I'll suck it. I'll put it in my mouth. I'll put it in my mouth.
Fat queen.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
He had a few
Look at him
songs, though,
gingerly holding.
Yeah, just holding the guy.
Yeah.
Somebody right now should be sinking their teeth into his ear and ripping it off.
Just pounding his head against that bar. It's right there. You just take his head and go, pang, pang.
Fucking animal.
But no, they just stand there holding him.
Punches an old blind lady, and they just hold him. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing. I'm talking shit because I'm here. I probably would have just stood and
curled
watched.
up in the fetal position in the chair. Oh, is that her?
Holy shit, she looks like Ray Orbison. That fucking hat. And
Ray Orbison? Oh, you rich boss?
Roy Orbison. The guy punched the O right out of her name.
She looks like Ray Orbison. Oh, God.
God damn it.
You ever been to Ray Rogers?
Are you
going to call me Roy?
Damn it.
Thank you. Thank you, old dear friend.
Yes.
For coming to my birthday!
Love it.
Should we take a break?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Might as well.
We'll stay early.
What?
I mean, we'll stay where we don't build it all up to the end and then have to play a bunch of commercials. And
Ray Orbison. God
Ray
damn it.
Orbison.
That was a good one, too.
Oh, that's a good one. Ray Orbison.
I fucked up.
When we get back.
I'm tired and nervous.
When we get back, we got Kenny's Country Demo. Gets reviewed.
Oh, we didn't get to that.
Remember the country demo we did?
Yeah, wait, it got reviewed?
It got reviewed by the country music programmer for SiriusXM. So we'll see what he had to say about that.
I'm curious. We're going to be losing Kenny to the country station.
And then we got a fine semen video.
Semen?
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of semen story we can have.
Oh, I want to do Vossopedia.
Yeah, Vossopedia is
Let's
great.
do Vossopedia as we go to break
because of Ray Orbison. That's so good. She looks like Ray Orbison.
Yes. She had big bug glasses. She had giant sunglasses and a fucking, like a beret.
A mushroom hat.
It was so bizarre looking.
She's wearing a shiitake mushroom on her head.
She looks like some fucking weird artist. Hey, man, it's like, what the fuck, man? The government.
You just want to punch her in the face.
She's talking into a microphone. She's holding onto it with both hands.
Yeah.
Like she's really got some shit to say. She looks like a hipster.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like she's been doing ecstasy all night. She's like, I'm rolling right now. Can't believe that man punched me.
She does. Her glasses match the hat.
Very
Pink
stylish.
jacket. Yeah, she kind of is stylish.
For a blind woman, very stylish.
She looks like Kinnison.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Attention college students. Are you having trouble punching up that term paper?
Yeah, my professor is killing me.
Need to doctor your dissertation?
Oh man, would I ever?
Impress your professors with a flurry of words from the new Vossopedia Online.
Awesome!
Simply type in your question and Vossopedia spits out the appropriate terminology.
What's the capital of Georgia?
Havana.
Wow, it's so easy. Man, I can't remember the name of the U.S. prison in Cuba.
Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, that's right.
Vossopedia Online is the most useful research tool since the paperweight.
What's the name of that mountain with the president's faces?
Mountain in Rushmore.
Oh, man, I'm a fucking idiot, of course. What festivity is celebrated with booze and muggings in New Orleans?
Mardi Gras.
Here comes another
Stutter, stammer, and slobber your way through college with helpful hints from Vossopedia Online.
What does IQ stand for?
Intellectual quiz.
Man, this is a lifesaver. Thanks, Vossopedia.
Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything at all, you got it.
The great Ray Orbison.
You got that right.
It's not his name.
Oh, it's not Jimmy?
And I made a mistake.
When are we going to get a video element to our radio show? So everyone could enjoy this.
I'm sure I could beat the piss out of somebody too if they were standing still for me.
You're just doing a shemp on him.
What's the music? We have to hear the music.
that?
Can we hear the music?
Oh, I thought there was music.
It's Stomp.
Oh. What is he doing? We're just watching some martial arts being demonstrated.
A demo.
And, yeah.
I've watched that video so many times.
Have you?
Oh, my God, so many.
I bet.
Uh-oh, what is this about? Bob in Cleveland. Bob.
Yes.
Welcome aboard, Bob.
First of all, what's going on with your Cavaliers, Bob?
My Cavaliers.
Not a basketball fan, huh?
No.
Good.
But the whole, town is...
Sweeping the nation? Or the state? Or the town?
They're in a tizzy up there.
Street?
It is kind of exciting, yeah.
You're not caught up in the whole Cavalier thing?
I'm trying to. I don't know.
All right. What do you
I'm a
got?
big sports fan. I like rollerblading, skiing, stuff like that.
Sounds to me like the only thing cavalier about this guy is his attitude.
Oh, Jimmy.
Whoa.
Anyways, I wanted to see Anthony's opinion on the...
All right.
That was Jimmy. Wow, he did an impression. Sound like the real person. The Tasmanian Devil?
What's up with him?
They're on the endangered species list now because they spread a cancer by biting.
Really?
What is that?
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
Is that possible?
I've never heard of that.
Let's go to the O&A research team.
Research that.
Check it out.
Let's research that one.
And
then we'll have an opinion, Bob, all right?
Let's blue sky it.
Yes.
Oh.
Let's bake that
Put it
one
up
for
the
a while.
flagpole, see who salutes.
How about
Ew.
Let's run that one up the flagpole, see who salutes. Really?
Really?
Shut up.
How about we do this?
Thank you, oh dear friends, for coming to my birthday.
Do we have any more clips that are worth
Paul
playing?
Rubens is a genius.
Fucking, that's Pee-wee from a 30 Rock episode that no one talks about anymore. All right. This.
Oh.
When the big fish is hooked and you finally land him, reward yourself with the pleasure of smooth smoking. Smoke longer and finer and milder Pall Mall. Pall Mall is longer, yes, but greater length is only half the story. Fine tobacco is its own best filter, and Pall Mall tobaccos are the finest quality money can buy. And look how Pall Mall's greater length travels the smoke further. filters the smoke naturally and makes
Right.
it mild. In fact, your appreciation of Pall Mall quality has made it America's most successful and most imitated cigarette. It's your cigarette. Fine tobacco blended to a flavor peak, distinctively Pall Mall. So reward yourself with a smoothness, mildness, and satisfaction no other cigarette can offer you. Buy Pall Mall Famous Cigarettes. Outstanding. And they are mild.
And they're mild.
We love the old cigarette commercial.
I never understood why it wasn't Pall Mall.
I thought it was Pall Mall
People
too.
called him Pall Mall, but back then they called him Pall Mall.
Pall Mall.
And then after a while, people just started calling him Pall Mall. And mild? Stop it. Those things were always just throat burners. I used to have to bum a cigarette when I was living over at a friend's family's house when I was like homeless. Yeah, up there, used to wash the dishes and vacuum for like a couch.
You had to do chores at their house to stay there?
Yeah, that's a great job. Yeah, I had to do like chores.
If you had that type of responsibility, you would have never got kicked out in the first place. So now you get kicked out, you're homeless, and now you have responsibilities to hopefully have a couch?
Because I learned, like, I guess I have to do stuff.
Wow, all right.
But, I would go there, and I would have to actually cook dinner, wash the dishes, like, clean the house, mop, vacuum.
Wouldn't you rather live in your car?
No.
You'd rather do all the chores like that?
It was fucking cold out, man. I had to, and this might have been after they repoed my car.
Oh, okay. You were a slave.
I was a houseboy for a room and board, which wasn't even really a room. I just slept on the couch, and then I do all my little chores, and then I was able to stop at 3 so I could watch General Hospital. And then I had to start up again at 4 and get dinner ready.
You were 30, right?
Yeah. No, I was 20.
Oh, man.
22.
Okay.
I was
Sort of
22
okay.
years old, and I didn't have anything. No car, no money, no job, no nothing. How did I get out of that mess? Let me think. All right, moved. I think I got a job as a pool dude.
You were a pool guy?
Yeah, I was one of the vacuum the pool and installation, too. In the ground and above the ground liner pools.
Did you get to bang any of the housewives?
No, it wasn't one of those. They were Long Island White Trash doing that.
Well, they need loving, too.
Yeah, they were all just messes.
Exactly.
And that helped me like get out of a little bind that summer where I was able to pay some rent. And that's when we moved into Pee Wee's Playhouse, which was the house where we never paid rent. Because then I started making money, and instead of paying rent, I wanted to buy fun things like slot car sets and helicopters and fun things like that. And the landlord used to come and pound on the windows, and I know you're in there. Oh, shh. Quiet, the landlord. Yeah. Oh, smooth. But I had to bump cigarettes off of the woman that the mother over there, and she smoked Pall Mall, and just the most awful, harsh cigarette.
Did you have to like lick her pussy to get a cigarette?
Now, Opie, no.
What was that movie with that horrendous boob job? Something about Mary.
Oh, with the yeah.
No, wait, no. What am I thinking?
Was that the one with the tan?
No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the other one. God damn it! With the brutal old broad, the bowling movie, right?
Kingpin.
Was she in Kingpin?
I don't know.
That ugly mess.
That was a bowling movie.
Oh fuck! Someone help me out.
Language.
All right, it was Kingpin. All right, sorry.
Oh, it was? I knew there's something about Mary one with the sand, the socks full of sand tits and the tan that looked like leather.
Yeah. No, Woody Harrelson's landlord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah,
didn't he have to have sex with her or
Yes,
something?
he
Okay,
did.
that's sort of where I was heading, and I just didn't have it all figured out in my head.
No.
So you had to do that to bum a cigarette.
No, I didn't.
I can't believe you
I
did
had
that.
to do chores.
What'd you get for licking her asshole?
I didn't ever.
You're being very defensive. Do you know this person and they're nice people?
Well, I know the family.
Okay, I'm sorry then.
Yeah. She's now?
No, she's dead.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
That was a while ago, you know.
So you had to bump cigarettes though.
Yeah, and it was those, and they weren't mild at all.
No?
No.
Do they have
They were
filters?
non-filter.
Another non-filter cigarette?
Non-filter. Wow. They love it. Look at the ad shows this woman just like, I love this cigarette.
Someone should Photoshop a cock in her
She's so
hand.
dead from cancer, that woman on that
You
ad.
think?
She's got to be. She is enjoying
But look how
that.
glamorous it looks.
It does look glamorous. She's got
There's no way she could be
big
dead, eh?
manicured nails, and she's holding a cigarette, a perfect waft of smoke coming off the tip.
Mm-hmm.
They're in some kind of Twilight Zone room.
Yeah, everything looked like the
It
Twilight
looked like
Zone.
the Twilight Zone. Everything in black and white back
Absolutely. Let's say hi to Anthony. Anthony.
Hi.
Not you.
Hey, what's up?
Oh.
Hey, Buttermaker, you the pool boy? You driving old Cadillac?
Buttermaker. Hey, Boilermaker.
Hey, Buttercrud.
That was me.
Hey, and the other thing with the Pee Wee Herman thing, if you have Danny look it up, he should be able to find the whole episode, and you should play the part when he's blowing out the candles and spitting on the cake.
Oh, yeah. We saw that yesterday.
Very funny. With his tiny
Excellent.
little,
All right,
little
Buttercrud,
hand.
you guys have a good day.
Thank you, Anthony. Let's go to Chris in West Virginia. Chris has got the scene I was trying to reference. Chris, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The scene was where the old lady's standing there and she pulls her fingers apart and she sticks her tongue in between her fingers and goes, "Roy, my boy toy."
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, Roy
that.
Munson.
Roy Munson.
Sure it wasn't Ray Munson?
Could have been.
All right, thanks.
Very good. Backstage with good old Club Soda Kenny. Remember the country demo he did?
Of course. How can we forget? He was clubs. What was he? Cowboy.
Kenny Cow Shit.
Kenny Cow Shit. The Cowboy something.
Country Kenny Cow Shit.
That was it. Country Kenny Cow Shit, which might not work too well on there. I'm gonna probably think that there was a problem. Ew. Oh God. It looks like her.
They got Woody puking in the toilet.
Well, where's that from, that lady?
That's Kingpin. Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah. Someone was on the phone earlier and is convinced we're all high today.
Really?
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be. So Club Soda Kenny did his country demo, and then we brought it to the country music program director, and this is how it all went down.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and Club Soda Kenny's dreams of becoming a radio DJ continue as he cut a country radio demo.
Howdy! It's the Highway XM16 Sirius 60 with me.
I don't want to drop this yet. Hold on a minute. Maybe we are high, because I just remembered another line from the movie. Go ahead, Terry, in Toledo.
Hey, the best line from that Kingpin movie, the classic. It's they just get done having sex, and she says, "Hey, what is it about good sex that really makes me have to crap?" You really think that out there, Tiger?
Oh God damn! She is an animal.
You have to look it up at the Great Line.
Yeah, we got to find that too.
Hello, darkness.
All right. We could just watch Kingpin. Sorry, let's go back to this thing.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and Club Soda Kenny's dreams of becoming a radio DJ continue as he cut a country radio demo.
Howdy! It's the Highway XM16 Sirius 60 with me, Country Kenny Cow Shit. And when I'm not fucking a relative, I love listening to Rascal Flatts. And here comes I Told You So by Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood? I'd love to sniff her Carrie underwear. She really knows how to fuck shit up.
We found John Anthony, Vice President of Country Programming here at SiriusXM, and asked him to give Kenny's demo a listen. He did, and we caught his initial reaction.
Hey, well, he's got some personality, so that's the first thing that stands out. Mechanics need a lot of work. Does he do anything except coming up next? I mean, come on, really? How easy is this for him to sit down and do? He totally screwed that one up. Okay. Does this guy edit at all, or does he just kind of go in and turn the mic on and do whatever comes to mind? I mean,
He calls himself One Take Kenny.
It's obvious. He needs to learn to be 10-take Kenny.
After finishing up, we got a full review from Mr. Anthony.
Let's see. You know what? In air check sessions, I always try to find something positive. So give me a minute. I'm still thinking. A lot of passion. I tell you what, the man's got a lot of passion. Sounds like he wants to do it. I don't think he's going to fit on the country channels on Sirius XM. Man, I don't think he's going to work in country, man. Not at all.
First disco doesn't work, and now country. We found Kenny and broke the news.
Kenny, I have good news. I played your demo, your country demo, for the vice president of country programming for Sirius XM.
Why not the president?
Because the vice president was here.
All right.
He didn't like it.
What?
He thinks country is not the genre for you.
No, he's wrong.
He said you had passion, but you just didn't translate at all to a country audience.
Tell that guy to eat cow shit.
Has Kenny given up on his dream? Not on our watch. Stay tuned as we wait and see which genre the lunk-headed wannabe DJ fails at next. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Lunkhead. I love Lunkhead.
I love his what?
What?
What genre next? That's the question.
Let's see. We did disco and country.
We could do a little hair band stuff.
Yeah,
Hair Nation.
something like that.
We could do
Hair Nation. Yeah.
Want to do a little like?
I think Cinemagic.
Well, the Spa.
This
channel.
is from that fag movie.
The Spa channel would be pretty
Spa,
funny.
chill.
Yeah. Chill's too cool for Kenny.
How about right across the hall?
A little Shade 45
or Out Q?
Well, we got to figure it out and then get Kenny to work on his next demo.
On the next biggie.
Yeah. Very good. By the way, John Anthony is one of the original XM people left.
Oh, yeah?
He made the cut, and he's a fan of the show. So, hi to John Anthony.
Well, thank you.
And thank
nice
you.
to have a comrade from the old regime.
Not many around, right?
No, there was a push, as they say.
Yeah. It was a merger, though, right? They got the best of both worlds.
I'm into murders and executions. Oh, mergers and acquisitions.
It was a merger, the kind of the way that Rome merged with the rest of the world.
Yeah,
The Soviets did.
What are you saying?
That they took XM.
It was a little heavy on
They
the
put a
serious
doggy
side.
dick inside of it, and when they pulled it out, there was a bunch of XM employees hanging on it, and they fell off. XM got raped.
Fucking pink sock personnel.
They're like, we'll take your listeners, and you can all leave. But what about, but we...
But I thought it was yeah. Did you?
But we were told it was...
Goodbye.
But we had more...
Yeah, wow.
What happened? We were winning.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, XM was winning.
It was like the big Yankees-Red Sox choke of a few years back. Remember that? It's like, oh, we got this one in the bag. We're winning? What happened?
How many XM employees are left, for real?
Look in the room. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Our show. Bob
Ron and
Edwards
Fez.
made it. Ron and Fez made
Of course
it.
Bob Edwards made it. You can hear him all over the promos on Sirius.
Oh, yeah.
Boy,
Boy,
what does that mean,
they love
Jimmy?
promoting
what are you
him.
trying to say with that?
No, it's just
Love
a smart move
promoting
by
that
them.
guy.
Excellent marketing department here.
Yeah.
And they have Oprah made it, of course, and who else? I mean, Broad-Minded, that Chicks channel made it.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. They did, yeah.
Oh, okay, good for them.
There you go.
Now this. I'm just going to keep saying now this and just start.
And now this.
Start audio.
Captain's log, start date April 28th, 2009. It has come to my attention that certain videos of the naughty nature have been leaked. Yeah, it's a good idea. If it's a good idea, but you don't have to do it if you don't like it. But I recycle my own semen because yes, I do masturbate.
Wait a minute. He recycles it.
Yes.
So now there's only. Does he eat it?
I'm going to find out there, Anthony. He's a little,
But he recycles other people's too. Look at him.
He has toys in his room.
He's a little nerdy kid with a controller.
Is he retarded?
Nerdy.
Nah, he's just a nerd.
I'm
not a nerd.
He's definitely prematurely balding. And he's got big glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to be a little effeminate. Xbox controller of some sort.
Can't tell.
And action figures all over the place.
Yeah.
Over his room that is obviously in his parents' house.
The man's a complete asshole.
Yeah.
Let's find out more.
Fake. I'm not ashamed to admit it. As a lot of guys, I'm sure, have done the same thing in their time.
No.
Anyway, basically, into the cup and, I recycle it. So that way I won't lose any unborn children. So then I can also still have a good number of a good semen count.
A good semen
Keep
count.
maintaining that by recycling.
Horrible
that.
breath.
Oh.
And depending on the taste of it to the original owners of their respective semen, it's a good idea to recycle, but if you feel uncomfortable doing it or it tastes bad to you, then you don't have to do it.
I literally getting close to dry
heaving.
My whole mouth just started just getting all fucked up. But this guy is putting his semen in plastic cups and then
he drinks it.
Sure.
Good God.
Sometimes though, because the cum is so thick, sometimes what you got to do is take a plastic spoon and scoop the cum down inside the cup so you get it all. It's got a metallic taste.
Keep going because I think you get me to puke. I don't even know. I'm so close to puking.
Yeah, that's really.
He probably shoots. He's a dumb guy. He probably shoots those loads that are almost like runny egg whites. You ever fucking see a runny egg white load you shoot?
Oh God!
And he probably fucking just tips the cup back and takes a plastic spoon and scoops the cum into his mouth, and then he has to rip the cup open and just lick the inside of it to get all of it.
Jesus.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Nice thick load.
Nothing.
When you're coming, you got to put your dick in a cup and shoot into it.
I know. How much fun could that be?
And then drink it. It's still your body temperature.
Oh, someone is suggesting that he sounds like Obama's old limo boyfriend.
Yeah.
Remember that guy? What was the best line from that guy? Could we get that audio? Now that everyone knows who Obama is, it's worth playing again. He's got the same voice as Obama's limo. What does he say about how he bought pot for himself and crack cocaine?
Oh, that guy, right? Okay, that lunatic.
Can we find that one clip where he talks about the drugs that he bought for him and Obama?
What happened to his allegations?
Is he still alive?
I know. Where did he go?
We had him on the phone, remember?
We won't see him no more.
Randy from New York has a very good observation about the audio we just played. Randy, you're on the Opie and Anthony program.
What's up, guys? You know where you learned that awful habit? Devil's Creek.
Oh, is that where they teach that?
No, nobody came in Devil's Creek.
No.
That was the mystery of it. It was at the island and Lost.
No one came. We got to figure out why.
But the worst thing is, imagine if he recycled other people's,
yeah,
and he had fucking can you imagine 3 or 4 of your friends jerking off into a cup, and then you drink it?
That'd be very viscous.
You'd smell it as it was coming down the fucking cup towards your lips.
God damn it, Jimmy.
Ugh.
Here we go.
Like sucking down an oyster.
Hi, my name is Larry Sinclair.
Yeah, same guy.
I'm making this video and posting it on YouTube because of an incident involving myself and Senator Barack Obama between November 3rd and November 8th of 1999.
I bet the Secret Service is all over this guy's shit.
The mainstream media and Obama himself has done greatly to prevent this story from becoming public. During those time periods in 1999, I met Obama at an upscale lounge in Chicago, Illinois.
Upscale lounge.
After having a few drinks, Obama and I left in my limo.
Can you pause that?
This is this guy's fantasy.
He's got the whole Jesse Ventura thing going. An upscale lounge. Name the lounge.
Yeah,
like when Ventura was talking, I know a guy. Name the guy's name.
I know a guy. Yep. An upscale lounge.
Wouldn't that help your story if you named the lounge?
Where was it?
And then there has to be some kind of record that Obama was actually at this lounge.
In Chicago.
Because he was already a big-time politician.
Yeah.
I hate when people do this.
Well, he's a nut, Ope.
I know. Yeah, I know.
You're looking at him like he's a logical lawmaker. The man's a psychopath.
Good point, Jimmy.
He's being vague because he has white spittle drying in the corner of his mouth.
All right, good point.
He takes Haldol and other medications.
All right,
and he forgets to take them, and he bites children's fingers. Guy's a kook.
You don't have to point out my pofas.
Your pofas, yes.
Yeah, stop pointing out my pofas. Let's go back to the limo driver. The drug line gets me every time.
Mr. Obama acquired powder cocaine for my use, crack cocaine for his use.
Yeah, because
I performed oral sex on Senator Obama, who at the time was a state representative for the state of Illinois. Mr. Obama knows these allegations to be true. I'm challenging Mr. Obama to come forth, be honest, stop claiming that his drug use is limited to his teenage years.
He did blow me.
Right.
What do you want him to do? I come forward. Well, yes, he did blow me in the limo. I did smoke crack cocaine.
You know the part of the State of the Union going down the laundry list.
Yeah, laundry
okay,
list.
and now I want to talk about Larry Sinclair.
Now that I'm done with the economy and world events, I want to address Larry Sinclair and the blowjob he gave me in a limousine outside of a lovely lounge in Chicago.
And the overrated blowjob he gave me.
That guy is a nut.
Powder cocaine for himself, and of course crack for the black guy.
Crack cocaine
right, Larry?
for him.
Of course.
I won't challenge him to come forward. Get the fuck out. This guy. I love this guy.
Can you play? I can't get enough of this. Go ahead.
1999, you weren't a teenager. 1999, you were a state representative for the people of the state of Illinois. 1999, I performed oral sex on you in the back of my limo, as well as in my hotel room in Gurnee, Illinois, 2 days later.
Forgot about the Gurnee part.
If you challenge the authenticity of this allegation, I challenge you to take a polygraph test, as I will submit to as well. These allegations are true and need to be told to the public. Let the public decide whether Mr. Obama is being forthright and honest. Thank you.
The president is now taking a polygraph test. The results we are eagerly awaiting. Did he indeed get a blowjob in the limo and at a hotel room in Gurnee?
This will be part of the situation room, right?
Yeah.
We got a situation.
That guy is fucked.
You gotta love Larry Sinclair.
You know how the Secret Service...
He believes it, too.
The day Obama was sworn in, I bet the Secret Service just went over his house and fucking threw him in a black van, and he's gone.
He was reprogrammed.
Yeah.
All right, well, anyway, the YouTube video we were playing today for the first time sounded a lot like Larry Sinclair. That's why we went there.
Old cum drinker.
Back to this nerdy dude. Nerdy guy, nerdy boy.
He looks familiar.
Anyway, after that, the second topic, the one where I spanked myself. Yeah, I was doing that for fun because sometimes I do random silly, crazy things.
Your cum.
Sometimes adults feel pleasure from pain, even when they do it to themselves. But not to a point where they kill themselves. But just like spanking is generally a popular type thing amongst adults. Anyway, it's a fetish for some people, and I just randomly felt like doing that.
So he does shots of his own sperm,
right?
And he likes spankings.
He drinks his own jizz and he spanks himself.
How old do you think this guy is for real? Maybe 20.
Yeah, he's in his early 20s.
Maybe 20 years old.
He's in his early 20s. He's obviously got a little trouble with his sexuality. From the looks of it, it does look like he lives at home or in some. No, that's not at home.
Toy store.
There's too much shit in there from like
Big Kev's house.
Yeah, there's just too much shit in that room there. So yeah, he's probably a little confused.
And then the third topic, which was the photographs of me in adult diapers.
All righty. Okay, that's a whole
Do you
nother
got the pictures of him in his adult diapers?
I didn't see where that was coming. I didn't see that coming.
I don't know where the original pictures of that is. Apparently, I think where this is coming from was like he's posting on some message board going back and forth, and these guys are giving him shit for whatever reason, and like this was his big like response video.
Ah, it's mea culpa.
Yes, I did get free sampling of diapers from a troll, but regularly I do not use them, but I just felt like trying a pair on, and it was okay. Not a big deal. It's just, but you know, I would not wear them on a daily basis.
No, that's
wear
crazy.
briefs. I wear regular briefs, and sometimes I do. I get very stressed out from people who yell at me or misunderstand me or talk bad about me, and between that and other real life stresses, it just builds up, and sometimes it just comes out that I sometimes accidentally poo my pants. I mean, who hasn't in their lifetime?
What?
I mean, pooed their childhood diapers, much less pooed their underwear at least once in their lifetime. I mean, we're only human, nothing to be ashamed of, and to those who find it amusing, I respectfully disagree with their opinions.
Respectfully.
I just want to continue to make it perfectly clear that I am a healthy, growing, sane, and sound-minded adult individual.
No, you're not.
And I should continue to be treated and respected as an equal among the human population, just as anybody else. Private matters are private matters.
They're not private, you idiot.
This guy
You're talking
is
about everything.
Insane.
Yeah.
Here's a good idea, though.
What?
Just recycle and cum.
Ugh.
Oh, the recycling cum part.
Yeah. Let me, I think we're going to find out more about this guy. Doug in Boston. Hey, Doug.
Yeah, smell that fucking bleach smell.
Hey, guys. If you go to Google and you Google Chris Chan, his name's Chris Chan. He's fucked up.
Do you think that's his real name, or is Chris Jan short for Christian?
No, his name's Christian. But
it is.
he goes on websites and his name is Chris Chan.
Ah,
and,
gotcha.
As in CHAN, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. So what, he's trying to be like an internet sensation with his video blogging?
He has like Asperger's syndrome and he's really crazy.
He's got Asperger's?
Yeah.
What is Asperger's?
Stop.
Isn't
They
that
don't know how to
good
interact
stuff?
with people.
Isn't that what Pee Wee had in that episode of 30 Rock?
Thank you, oh dear friends, for coming to my birthday.
Greatest line ever delivered. Fucking brilliantly.
We got one more clip from the guy.
Asperger's. What a dumb name for a disease.
It's bad enough you got a disease.
Yeah, you don't want to be called Asperger's.
That sucks.
But also, in reality, I actually did those videos and pictures as a favor to an individual, as a favor to an anonymous female individual who just wanted to get her kicks off of it. But you know, a lot of women, they tend to get their kicks off of kinky things as such. It's an adult fetish, nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, everybody's got at least one, I'm sure. I have some. Not sure exactly how to describe them, but yes, I have some, and I'm not afraid to admit. Thank you very much for your time, and have a pleasant day. Peace.
There he goes, Mr. Internet Sensation.
I love that guy.
There's some internet sensations out there. Some of them last, some of them don't. What was it? Remember that one originally? She had a camera in her house.
Oh God, yeah.
Something cam, of course.
No,
she was one of the first like cam girls.
Yeah, she had the camera on in her house the whole,
Yeah, but it updated like every fucking 10 seconds maybe. You'd get another new picture.
What the fuck was her name? She was massively huge.
Yeah, it was something cam.
Yeah,
her name. It was her name and then cam after it. Can't remember though.
She's got to be like 30 years old now.
Oh, forget it. I think she's older than that.
Really?
Perhaps more than that.
Because that's about 10 years ago? Easy?
Longer than that. That was when we were up in...
she started when we were up in Boston?
AF. That's where we used to watch her.
And then we watched her when we went to NEW.
Yeah, a little bit, but most of the stuff we watched was from...
What the fuck was her name again? She was the first cam girl, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, the most downloaded girl on the internet or something she was called?
Was it?
Yeah, if it's this chick who you're talking about. That was her reputation, was the most viewed girl on the internet.
The letter P. Not like Paula or...
Look down. Someone's got it.
I know, that's what I'm trying to...
Someone's got to have it.
I can't...
My phones are lit with like stuff about this weirdo we just played, so now we can't get the answer to the other question.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah,
we'll figure her out. There's this other one that... God, what the hell's her name? Maggie Bond. You ever see Maggie Bond?
What's Maggie Bond?
The girl that's supposed to be Japanese, but she's not. Yeah, Maggie Bond. She's supposed to be this young-looking Japanese girl, but she's not. She's apparently from Pennsylvania, and she's 22 years old. And she uses these weird lighting and angle tricks when she does her little broadcast. And she's like, oh, konnichiwa, poto baba. And she looks, Jenny Cam. That was it.
It is Jenny Cam.
Very good. Thank you. That was the original one, Jenny Cam. And she's really kind of heinous. She looks really cute on the videos, and then they had her live in Japan. Like she went to Japan, she's on some talk show, and she kept hiding her mouth. And then she pulls her hands away. She had worse teeth than Steve Buscemi. Worse than Steve Buscemi. They are going everywhere. It's Maggie Bond? I don't know. But she's another one, though, that was like, yeah, that might be it. Yeah, that's her. Internet, so many fucking downloads. So many videos.
Oh, I've seen her.
Yeah, that's her. She's 22.
And she's from America?
She's completely American. She's some white trash girl that worked at a CVS in Pennsylvania.
What does she do that people want to check her out?
That's all she does.
She looks like Japanimation.
Look at what she's doing, because she looks like anime.
Right.
Oh, it's like anime.
Real live anime.
They like her. But her teeth are so fucked up that she doesn't show them. She keeps her mouth shut like this. And then she looks into the camera real close with a smile, and that's it. But then if you see her live, like there's pictures of her. Go to Google Images of her and pop up an image of her, and you'll laugh your ass off at one of these shots. She's just like, with these fucked up.
How old is she?
Yeah, down. I think it's the 4 picture or one of those real. Yeah, real. She's 22.
And she works at a CVS?
She did. Now she's like, I guess doing shit like this. She got like some modeling gig in Japan where she did some. That's her right there. Look at the choppers.
Yeah, she's got horrible teeth.
Look at the choppers.
That's the same girl,
That's
for real?
the same fucking girl.
No.
No shit, dude. That's her.
What? Can you zoom in on them choppers, Danny? Holy shit.
That's, that's her. What she looks like, a little Japanimation girl. And that's what kind of why people were like, oh, she's hot and everything. Mm-hmm. And then she did this live interview in Japan, and that's what she really looks like.
Wow, she's got
Look
horrendous
at that fucking
teeth.
grill.
Shit. What's her name? Fucking.
That is really bad. Yeah, I kind of covered it with Buscemi.
You sure did. I was going for Voss, but.
And then you look at like those pictures, and she's all like cute and innocent looking, and then there she's just some Pennsylvania fucking farmer. A farmer. There's also a bikini picture of her, though, that isn't that bad.
How old is she, did you say?
22.
Okay.
She looks like she's,
out of college, more or less?
No, she never went to college.
Of course not.
She dropped out. She's got
you did say CVS.
Some big problems
Wasn't
with
at the
her,
University of CVS, so.
Because she's got some tits on her, too.
Danny, that red bikini shot, I think it was...
Yeah, red bikini's good, but that's good, too, the little white thing she has on there.
Oh.
No, that's not her. That's just some other...
Oh.
See, the other one is, get that one. Pop that up.
Maggie Bond?
See? Yeah, look, see, she's got like nice tits and everything. But she will hide those choppers, man.
I still don't know why she's famous.
Popping out.
She's
really... famous because...
Just because she looks like an anime.
Her eyes. Yeah.
That's it.
People...
But she doesn't do anything, really.
No. She just goes on, and sometimes she talks, sometimes she just stares at the camera. There's thousands of clips of her just looking at the camera and going... And then she goes, peace sign. She goes, bye-bye. And then, boom, she's gone.
Can she have those dirty, rotten shoppers fixed?
Oh, my God. She's just some piece of Pennsylvania white trash.
She would have her teeth fixed and have braces put on, and then she could talk and they would love it.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was hiding her... She's at this interview on Japanese television, and she's hiding her mouth the whole time. She had both hands over her mouth, and she's trying to talk. She's speaking in English. But she's a huge internet sensation, that one.
And sometimes you just don't understand why.
Don't get it.
It just is just one of those things.
That's it.
Unexplainable.
Yeah.
We didn't do our Prop 8 shit yet, right?
Yo, Prop 8, yo.
What happened with the Prop 8?
Prop 8, apparently California not quite as, not quite as like liberal and Hollywood and everything as people thought.
There were two questions here about whether Prop 8 was unconstitutional. One was whether it violated the California separation of powers between the courts and the legislative branch. The other, whether this came onto the ballot in the wrong way. And the court has brushed aside both of those challenges. So that means that the proposition that was voted on by voters last November in California to ban gay marriage remains intact. Gay marriage remains illegal in California. Now, as to the second question about whether marriages that were performed before that vote and after the state Supreme Court ruled earlier last year to allow gay marriage, those 18,000 marriages that were performed in the interim will remain valid. So there'll be this little bubble of gay marriages that will remain valid under state law. There just can't be any going forward beyond that. Unless, of course, voters were to go back to the polls again and undo Prop 8. But so for now, gay marriage remains banned in California, but the marriages performed last year will stay valid.
How the fuck are we going to solve this? This is one of those issues that it needs some kind of solution. This isn't going away anytime soon.
What was the reasoning? Like they said the court said that, but they never give the reason the court said that it's illegal.
They just brushed aside the argument that it was unconstitutional. Like Prop 8, the court said was legal, and the challenge is, it's like they're saying, no, it was a legal thing, the Prop 8. The vote was a legal thing. I don't even think that they're dealing with gay marriage as much as they are the legality of the vote. I think. I could be...
Really?
I think so, yeah.
That's interesting, because...
It's legal in 5 states, and this is what's funny. It's legal in Iowa, and the funny part is these big city liberals think that their states are so progressive, and yet the way they shit all over the Midwest, and one of the places it's legal, I believe, is Iowa.
Iowa?
Where they would think that they're just a bunch of dummies who eat corn, and they are more progressive than California.
Let them fucking get married. Who gives a shit?
I agree.
Why should anyone give a shit if a couple of homos want to get married? I'm being honest. It's like, why the fuck would you care? What is it going to do? It ruins the sanctity of marriage. 50% of them fail.
Nope.
The other 50, well, whatever it is, more than 50,
it's
right?
85.
It's way higher than 50 now.
Yeah, it used to be 50.
I think we're pushing over 60 now.
And for the people that are even in marriages, some of them are there's just criminal activity going on during the marriage of beatings and abuse and all kinds of shit. What? Just because it's a guy and a woman, it means it's a perfect union? No. Maybe the homos know how to do it better.
Well, the issue needs a solution because it's not going away. This isn't one where people go, all right, well, back to our jobs, back to this. They need some kind of solution.
They'll eventually get it. It's the same bullshit argument that we use for civil rights, for blacks. And it's like a lot of times black people don't like when you lump in the gay struggle with the racial struggle because it's a choice to be gay. But let's just say science comes down and says it's not a choice. You're just born gay. That's it. There's no room for debate. Then what's the argument?
You see some of these little kids running around. They're already choosing to be gay. Are you kidding me?
Paul.
They choose to tattle.
All you have to do is walk around and you see kids that are already gay and they don't even know what sex is about yet. You just look at them and you go, holy cow, that kid is gay.
How do you at 2 or 3 years old?
Shoes.
They start fucking playing with their mommy's shoes and shit like that, and doing stuff where it's like,
ballerina moves in the outfield.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why my father was mad that I had the stringless puppet that I brought to the store.
Exactly.
It's a doll, Ro. Oh, Joey, it's a puppet. It doesn't have strings.
Was a doll, and that Mexican picked up on it and tried to fucking shrub in
oh my God,
in California.
Yeah. Oh, that beaner wanted me bad.
He knew it. He smelled it on you.
Shit. Boy, did he
Smelled
want
it.
to fuck my little asshole. Jesus.
He wanted to grab your afro and give you a fucking... He wanted to put your face in juniper berries and rape you.
Didn't he know if I was going to go that way, I'd have done Richard?
I
He's
know.
much cuter than that old Mexican gentleman.
Unbelievable. Well, we hit the streets of New York. They're not happy.
Ass sex, now!
Their voices loud,
Ass
their
sex.
message powerful. Hundreds marched along the streets of Manhattan today to demand the right for gays and lesbians to marry. They are standing up, they say, to today's decision by the California Supreme Court to uphold Proposition 8, which bans same-sex marriage.
This Prop 8 speaks to all of us about, injustice. And I think that's the big problem with what's we're seeing today. Is this is like Plessy v. Ferguson. This is racism. It's the same thing. It's separate but equal. And we're standing up.
You know what's very interesting? How the media doesn't mock these protests the way they were mocking people protesting the higher taxes.
Oh, right,
It is interesting how the media handles, if you want to look at it logically, we all hate higher taxes, and they mocked people fucking protesting for that.
It was racist. It was lunatic.
Bunch of goober
a few
rednecks.
Random rednecks out there protesting against Obama's policies. Wow, they got to be racist. Yeah, but go ahead, try to criticize this and see what happens to you.
And even though I agree with gay
Get the
marriage,
cock in your mouth.
it is something that basically the whole world, cross-culturally, has rejected.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that, but they have. And yet the media, for this small group fighting for this right that the whole world and our country has said we don't want you to have, they handle it gingerly and with respect. I'm just pointing out what scumbags the media are.
Yeah.
We got some great phone calls coming in. Let's go to Sean in California. Sean.
Hey guys, it breaks down to marriage is defined as religion. You know what I mean? It's in the text of religion. So that's what the whole battle is. It's not over. If you want, it's benefits that the gays are going for.
So then why are politics involved if it's religion?
Because it goes back with you, and I was hoping you would support this one. It goes back to politics and religion; they don't mix.
Look,
right?
I know. I'm not saying. Look, also, I'm not saying I'm out there in the streets marching for gay marriage. I could care less if gays get married or not. It doesn't fucking matter to me. The thing is, I don't care if they do get married or they
brother,
don't. It doesn't bother me. So, to waste fucking time. With the courts trying to decide this shit.
This is my view too. The problem is religion defines marriage as a man and woman. You know what I mean? So I'm on the same book. But
if religion is defining it that way, then the courts should have no say. But the courts, it's a completely legally binding commitment.
Whatever you. Yeah, it is, and that's the problem with the whole gay side of it. You know what I mean? It needs to be redefined as such.
But it's the same thing, dude. It's the same fucking thing for a guy and a woman when they get married. It's a religious thing. It's a, marriage between two people, the whole fucking bond, blah, blah, blah. Unless it's a civil union by a justice of the peace, which for some reason they're able to do civil unions or something, but they want the right to be married. Now, marriage, like you said, is a religious thing, but here it is. Even with a man and a woman, it turns into a business contract that is dictated by law and the courts.
Right, enough said. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Because like I said, marriage is defined on the religion side. I can't really, you know what I mean? I grew up as such, like you, and I can't define it how they say, marriage between man and woman. But in the courts, they say, civil union, bam, you can't do it. You know what I mean? So it's like a catch-22 almost, but you have such hostile both sides. You can't really define. I don't know. It's hard to decide because I'm on your side.
It bothers me though. It's like, I'll tell you why it annoys me, because one segment of the population is telling another segment of the population that they can't do something that's not going to affect the oppressing side of the population. It's just people who don't like something. And it's like, I'm fucking sick and tired of everyone in our country being selective as to where they want more government and less government and more infringement and less. The conservatives are the ones who are like, less government, deregulate. Unless it comes to your drug use or your sexual choice, then we want to regulate and completely dictate what you do. It's fucking sickening.
Right. Civil unions, blah blah blah. It's boring over on this side too. I just wanted to give you that. You know, I'm on your side. Grew up Catholic and all that, but I can see it as such. You know, give them. So one of them is sick, dude. Give them the benefits of fucking the doubt. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, and that's what the whole jump up and down about it is. You know what I mean?
All
so
right,
guys,
very good.
Punching out.
Thank you, Sean. Good phone call.
That's Sean's a lunatic.
More of the protests here.
The protest here began in Sheridan Square Park, where in 1969 the Stonewall riots gave birth to the modern gay rights movement. Then they marched through the streets to Union Square, gaining protesters and momentum.
We're just as good as everyone else, and we deserve the marriage and the equality and all the rights to go with it with everyone else. And words are important. So you can't say it's equal, but you can't call it marriage. It has to be marriage.
The hope that the decision in California will be repealed.
And that's why this shouldn't be a decision for the courts. It should be a decision where legislators stand up and say what they think, where they stand up and get counted.
She sounds like she'd be a monster in bed.
Oh, my God. Is she just lapping clit?
Oh, wow.
Oh, does she love the muff?
Well, the majority voted on the Prop 8 thing, though, too.
The majority's against it, man. They really are. The majority of people are against it.
So what to do?
Majority's not always right. It's like that's the thing with our country is the minority has to be protected. The minority voice has to be protected. And everything in our, I love America, but it's like, let's be honest about the fucking phoniness here. Every group that has gotten what they've gotten have only gotten it through forced legislation and through kicking and screaming. Like the country has never or very rarely has just went, yeah, that's the right thing to do. You should be treated equally.
Right.
Never.
No.
It's always through riots and protests, and then eventually the courts make it so.
They give in.
Yeah.
We're never going to get to all these phones, but Jeff in West Virginia, in Prop 8, the differences between races and men and women. Marriage is a legal issue. That's Harry, North Carolina. Mongo, Canada and England allow gay marriage and gays in the military.
England is a whole gay country. Everyone knows that.
Lee in New Hampshire, two guys get married. Do they quit getting head like regular married guys?
That's funny. They just knuckle bump before they go to bed or shake hands.
My God, no head and no ass sex. What do they do?
They just bump penis heads and yell at each other.
No matter what the subject, if you throw your point in someone's face enough, no one wants to make it acceptable.
Is that guy on the phone?
Yeah, let's go to Mike in West Virginia. Mikey.
Yo.
Hey, buddy.
Yes, Mike.
I think no matter what the issue is, whether it's something you agree with, disagree, it doesn't matter. If you shove something in everybody's face so much to where you're going to have a group of people whining, pissing, and moaning for it, and you make it acceptable, it's not going to make everybody happy.
Well, that's true.
You know, like all of a sudden, if I decide that it's okay that I can go to work whenever I want, if I don't feel like working, I shouldn't get in trouble if I just don't go, whatever, and I'll raise a stink about it and whine and piss and moan, and enough people back me up, you know, does that still make it right?
Well, hold on. So you think that it's appropriate that the government or that some people put their view of what's appropriate sexually and for people to get married on other people in our country?
No, if the majority voted, okay, then let it be. But no, that's not good enough.
Well, let me ask you, hold on.
Make them happy.
One point at a time.
It's not going to make them happy. So no, we're going to keep whining and keep moaning. Okay?
So that's what's whining and moaning. Okay, hold on. Like, so at one point in our country, slavery or racial degradation, whatever you want to call it, was the majority mentality. So if the majority voted that slavery should not have gone away, would the majority have been right? Were blacks just bitching and moaning because they wanted to be free and have the same rights?
I would say at the time, the majority would have been right.
You're not going to make you're always going to have one group for something, one group against it. You're not going to make everybody happy across the board. But yet, where does it stop though?
Well, when people have the same rights, and you're right, maybe at one point the majority would have been right. Yeah. But history, as we look back, it's an embarrassing blight on our history. It's not a proud moment for Americans the way they treated certain people. So just because the majority would have agreed with it back then, history looks back and realizes it was hypocritical and disgusting. So it's like, this is just another case, and you can't, I understand about bitching and moaning when you're not getting your way, but the majority is telling a group of people that they cannot live the same way as the majority. So people have the right to tell the majority to go fuck itself.
Yeah, but that's true.
Got a
people
point.
should stand up, but That's why we have, that's why we have what's called a voting process. Hey, there's a lot of stuff that's in vote now that I don't agree with, but I have to live with it.
So how about if they found, like, whatever religion or, say, church you go to, how about if the majority found that to be offensive, or found the terminology of God to be offensive and said that you really shouldn't be able to go to the place of worship that you want to go to?
Well, I mean, either I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it, if people are going to like it or not. But, okay, if people, what's to say that, two people can't be together, whatever? Why does a piece of paper have to make it okay?
Well, if that's the mentality, then why not just make it okay? Like, it's almost like, because there are certain rights afforded to a married couple, and, there is a certain thing where the guy just said in that clip, you want to be called what everybody else is calling it. It shouldn't be, well, you can't call it that, but we'll give you the same. There's no reason for it. The majority's morality when it comes to this issue should not take fucking priority.
I mean, like I said, there's going to be people that agree, disagree. You're not going to be able to make the whole country happy on one issue. There's no way. And it doesn't matter what it is. But I just don't understand. You get to a point to where, okay, we protested, we spoke, whatever. Everybody hears us. It's still not going through. Let it be.
They're not going to let it be because they're not getting what their lives are being affected.
There's right, no let it. Getting what they want, so they're pissing and moaning. Just like it backs up to where, okay, if I don't get what I want, I should keep pissing and moaning.
But let me ask you a question.
Everybody should just say, okay, then you're right, Mike. You're right. What you stood up for, and you're pissing and moaning about and whining.
But Mike,
your way.
Mike, hold on. That's a weird example to give, because what example can you give that's a relative comparison? Like, what in your life are you being denied that other people are allowed to do that you can't do as a citizen?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. You could bring up anything. You could bring up anything, something that you agree with personally as Norton that you find that a lot of people disagree with.
Yes, but we're talking about people being denied something. Like, I'm not talking about agreeing or liking or disagreeing or disliking. I'm saying, like, these are not people who are just complaining about something they don't like. They're complaining because they're being denied the right to do something that other citizens can do. So I'm saying, what comparison do you have in your life? Like, what are you being denied the right to do that other citizens can do?
Nothing. Nothing really. I'm not pissing and moaning about nothing. I go through life like everybody else does.
Well, you have nothing to piss and moan about because you're not being denied anything. Like, I'm saying, like, if you were being denied something, it wouldn't be pissing and moaning.
No, there's nothing that's really out of the norm that I'm unhappy with now that I'm trying to make happen. That's just it.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Some cases of affirmative action where
yeah, that's true.
Certain white people are denied promotions or things like that, even though they tested better or whatever, based on racial quotas.
Yeah.
That usually results in somebody getting very angry and going to court.
But even on that scale, you see how enraging it is.
Right, yeah.
Even though you know the motive behind it, it's still enraging to watch. Like, you motherfucker. It's like, can you imagine being on the other side of it and being told what to do? It's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Let's go to Frank in Brooklyn. Frank.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Jimmy, let me ask you a question. How is it that you can compare racism and what happened to black people that came into this country with slavery and everything else to two guys that want to get married or two girls that want to get married?
Because it's not, you can't compare every instance, but what you can compare is a certain view of a minority group in the country, and that minority group being denied equal treatment under the law. Hold on, I'm explaining to you how I can say that. Like, of course, slavery is different than the way gays were treated. But there's also been, the reality is gays have been attacked and mistreated, and they're being denied certain rights. Blacks were denied certain rights. History proves, like, there were plenty of people that thought, hey, separate diners are fine. Separate water fountains are fine. And we look back on that and we go, that's disgusting. And now, well, this is the way history is going to look at this.
But the history of the way black people were treated, I'm not all shopping, okay? But the history of the way black people were treated in this country is reprehensible.
Yes.
And a couple of gay guys getting beat up, although it's not right, I'm not condoning that, you get pairs in comparison.
Well, don't forget, though, the thing is,
for 300 years, 400 years.
Yeah, but dude,
that they've had.
Gay people are, it's a different thing in the sense that you can't just look at people and know they're gay. Race is a very obvious thing. You can't just have gay and straight water fountains, especially because the way they shoot out. One would, add joke there. But you know what I mean? You can't separate because gay and straight like that, because it's much harder to tell who's who. With black and white, the separation was obviously much easier.
I don't agree with that analogy whatsoever. I think it's, look, I love you guys, I really do. I think it's reprehensible, though, that you use that kind of analogy. But I understand.
Why is that reprehensible?
You don't understand. You're kind of getting caught up in the details of his analogy. It wasn't the details. He was looking at it like a minority group being told what they could do by the majority. And regardless of what it is, slavery or homophobia, whatever, his example did make sense because he wasn't talking about the specifics of race over sex. He was talking about just the basic minority majority battle.
Well, how about women? How about women? Frank, how about women? How about women? Women had tits and ass. But women had to fight. Women had to fight for their rights to get paid the same amount. They had to fight for their rights to vote. What was the excuse for not giving them the same rights afforded other citizens?
I don't know. But I'm not, hopping on the women. I'm just hopping on the fact that I think that what black people went through in this country, with the beatings and everything else they had to endure to get where they are today, 400 years later, that a couple of gay guys from the 70s want to make a whole big state about marriage. Marriage is between a man and a woman. You can't compare the two.
So why don't you just admit that maybe you don't like the comparison because you don't agree with me on the issue?
Well, that's why I'm calling you.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Like, you could still understand and agree with the comparison and still disagree on the issue.
Right. I disagree with the issue, but I also disagree with the comparison because I don't think it's a level playing field.
And then, well, based on what you're saying, then the gays can look forward to many years of being coddled and treated with kid gloves and walking on eggshells when we talk about them. So maybe in the future they'll get exactly what black people got.
Yeah, it's happening that way.
No, it's not.
Now.
No, it's not. Not to the extent it is with African Americans.
Thank you, Frank.
And there was people that said for a long time that in interracial relationships, people were against. And it's like if you tried to legislate against... Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
All right, aside from white fathers. But if you tried to legislate fucking interracial relationships, people would think you're fucking crazy.
Right.
They'd say you can't do that. But a lot of times, like Frank calls up and goes, it's not a good comparison, only because... they're against gay marriage, and they got to find a reason to say the comparison is wrong.
Yeah.
No one is saying that gays were made slaves. Why would you say that? No one's implying that.
Yeah.
Let's finish up the Prop 8.
I liked Jimmy's point on that one.
We got to finish the Prop 8 up with this fine clip from one of our favorite actors of all time.
Oh.
We'll bring a little comedy into this.
All right.
The Supreme Court said that our marriage...
The Supreme Court... well, see, we're still able to fuck each other in the assholes, but other people can't legally.
The Supreme Court said that our marriage is...
I recycle my own sperm. I can't do the voice, man.
Aye, Captain.
And...
solid. However, other gays and lesbians cannot get married. So it's a decision to be indecisive. This ruling does not affect our marriage. It's solid, and the Supreme Court has stated that they're not ruling on the validity of our marriage. It is valid. So we are fine. We are more equal than other gays and lesbians. And we are fighting for equality. American democracy guarantees equality and justice. And there are other couples that are being denied that equality and justice. It is a fundamental issue of civil rights. Equality for gays and lesbians, bisexual and transgender people is the great civil rights struggle of the 21st century.
Is it?
And in this case, the California Supreme Court failed that test.
Wow, George Takei.
Hey, if you don't like gays, I think you have the right to not like gay people. You have the right to fucking think it's disgusting. Like, whatever you want to feel is cool.
Yeah.
But you can't fucking...
Can't
infringe on people's rights to do what they want to do. It's amazing how many people want selective enforcement.
I'm starting the United Federation of Homos, where we will go through the galaxy, freeing homosexuals from oppression.
The movement will just regroup. They'll regroup and figure out the next, the next way to get this done.
But nobody wants to admit they're a repressive prick. Nobody wants to admit, like, you know what? I want certain rights, and I just don't like that motherfucker. I don't want him to have them.
Right. Yeah,
they have to find reasons. Well, no, but it's this. And no, but it's that. You just don't like something, and you don't want the same people that would scream if this show was taken off the air for content. Well, let me do what I want to do. Let me enjoy what I want to enjoy. What about fags getting married? Fuck them.
Sulu.
I was Jesus Christ, what a chest that guy had.
I was quite buff in his Star Trek days. That's when I was going crazy and I took a sword through the hallways.
Why is his body glistening?
I don't know. It's fucking stone arced one on him.
Oh, it's wonderful. Ooh. Uh-oh. Don't get any of that blood on you.
That's how I sneezed.
Now I jump out and say, I'm going to fuck you in your asshole.
He looks really gay in this fucking clip.
So gay. I'm ripped.
Look at the guys just bagging up. They don't want any part of the gay sword.
Look how gay he looks.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the episode where the whole crew kind of went a little crazy.
He's got a sword and he's shirtless and he's chasing a couple of men down the fucking, obviously the hallways of the fucking studio.
Yeah. That episode was referenced in the movie, by the way. This episode.
Really?
Where Sulu has to fence. He goes, I'm good at he goes, can you fight? He goes, well, I know how to use a weapon. And then on the way down or something, he asks him, what do you use? He goes, well, fencing. Because I know how to fence. Fencing?
He knows for real, though.
Yeah.
It's not a body double.
He's
good with the sword.
Mr. Spock is just worthless, standing there with his big ears and his fucking heart on it for, what's her name?
Uhura.
Uhura.
He grabs Uhura. He's like, I'm
George Takei.
Do you have a cock? Okay,
Yes.
then get away.
Kirk's jumping. He must have loved this scene.
Yeah, we get to choke him.
Spock just gave him the fucking Vulcan nerve pinch there. That's all it takes.
Now he's on the floor on his back, waiting for a good Vulcan teabagging. He would love Spock's fucking planetary balls on his nose.
His green balls.
A little pointy fucking ball bag. I bet you Spock has a pointy cockhead, and it's probably like fucking 5 inches long and thin. Vulcans have awful dicks, and they don't get hard. Just the head swells up.
Oh, look. That's his first time. Yes, I'm screaming.
Why is he screaming?
Great pain. Because I'm getting one in the ass for the first time.
It's great that Kurt was freaking strangling him, choking him out.
He was choking him out. You give him a little.
We're going to go to break. The phones are lit. We could continue on this after the break or get into some other things. We'll figure that out. We got to play the Norm Macdonald clip.
No.
When you talk about Prop 8, Norm Macdonald comes to mind.
That's a great picture right there, Danny.
We'll continue in just a bit.
One time I was doing this thing in San Francisco, and they were all gay people in the audience, they told me. So I figured I'd do
San Francisco?
Yeah.
No.
So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it.
Yeah, it's warm up. They love that.
And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade, and I saw in it there were these an old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son." You know? And so I was saying, that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know? It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered, I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know. A first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and oh yeah, he loves cock. You know? This kid, he can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass. This kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to him.
To watch the maturation of you as an artist, to realize it took you 9.5 minutes to get around to the sucking cock stuff. It's beautiful to see you comfortable in your own skin, Normie. All right.
Opie and Anthony. Are the American Idol dudes coming by Sirius XM today? That's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Will we get them for a couple minutes?
No.
No, we shan't.
I want to address something that Kenny brought to my attention.
Yes.
I have upcoming gigs, which I haven't promoted yet, in Florida. Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach. June 19th, 20th, West Palm Beach Improv. You wouldn't know that because I'm not on their website at all.
Why?
I don't know. And June 18th in Fort Lauderdale, I am on their website. And here's the bio that they put for me. It's a good one. Jim has appeared on the nationally syndicated Opie and Anthony radio show. He has performed feature spots on MTV's Jim Brewer Show and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. He has opened many times for Andrew Dice Clay.
Are you kidding me?
That's the bio.
That's your bio?
They put for me on the Fort Lauderdale Improv website. And
the person that wrote that doesn't know much about you, Jimmy.
And I understand if they
Unbelievable.
don't, but to put, I'm not. I haven't appeared on the Opie and Anthony show. I'm on the Opie and Anthony show
For the last 8 years or so.
You sure appear a lot.
Yeah.
And I've performed feature spots. I did one spot on. Can somebody Google what year Jim Brewer's show on MTV was?
Oh my God!
I did one spot on that.
That's got to be 10 years ago. Easy.
Makes it sound like you haven't done anything in years.
And I didn't perform a feature spot in Spider-Man.
No.
I had what they call a 5 and under. I had one line, and I
How
have
about your HBO specials? How about your books?
Well,
how about things like that you could actually make it look like, hey, Jimmy's been doing stuff
Tough crowd.
in the past 10
Lucky
fucking
Louie,
years.
Well,
Jay Leno, David Letterman.
Because exactly what happens is, if you don't sell tickets, the clubs get justifiably angry. But it's like, who would go see this guy? It's like...
That's great. Come on, look, you Brewer.
Jim Brewer
He's
show.
been on that show. What show?
7 Tonight shows, 2 Lettermans, and I've never read my credits before. 2 Carson Dailies. How about HBO? How about the half hour on HBO, or Down and Dirty, or Kimmel, or something? 2 years on Tough Crowd.
2 books.
Something that's happened after the millennium.
Right.
Except for the Opie and Anthony show.
So let's call him up.
Which you appear on.
And it's probably not the club. It's just their web guy.
Doesn't know.
Who
But
just
someone
did-
should be checking his work.
1998, Jim Brewer's show was. That was 11 years ago. I did one spot on Jim Brewer's show.
And that's in the fucking...
But it's like, guys, you want to help sell tickets? It's a great club. I've done it once. I'm only doing it one night.
Oh, my God.
I'm not saying it should be a special event that people are going to fly in for. And I'm not listed at all in the West Palm. So just so you know, if you're down in that area, I will be at those clubs. But, if you want to get tickets, call the Improvs, because you're not going to get them through their websites.
Yeah.
Obviously.
There you go.
I also see on the website that they have you having appeared at Devil's Creek. Which, come on. Let's get this millennium here.
Tired of those all-inclusive vacation packages to overcrowded Caribbean beaches? The hottest vacation spot is practically in your own backyard. Visit Devil's Creek in the heart of downtown Edison, New Jersey. Here's the founder of the Devil's Creek Tourism Board, James Norton, who's going to share with you some of his fond memories of this beautiful vacation destination.
I have a really weird, vague memory of my pants around my ankles on the steps in this apartment building. There was an older boy who used to make me suck his penis.
He's got to be
I think
older.
he tried to fuck me in the butt once, but it didn't work.
First, you'll fly into picturesque Newark, New Jersey. Then you'll whisk away southbound on the scenic New Jersey Turnpike to beautiful Edison Township, where you'll be a hop, skip, and a jump away from Devil's Creek, where your fantasies become a reality.
There was these twins. I would get both of them at different times to sit on my face because they used to pee their pants. So I like that smell.
Yeah.
And they would make them sit on my face behind the bushes so I could smell. I remember my one friend, I was sucking his penis and we got caught by another friend. He's the same one that he's the same one that urinated in my mouth.
For memories that'll last a lifetime, even the suppressed ones, come visit us at Devil's Creek.
I don't even think I got erections at that age. I can remember my friend's penis getting erect and me wondering why that happened with his penis. Like, I didn't know what that was.
It was in your mouth.
Jesus Christ. The Hoover Kid.
Devil's Creek. If you don't leave crying, we're not trying hard enough.
Wow. That sounds like a great place.
I hate the fact that that piece comes after the gay marriage segment.
Yes.
People are going to start tying things in unnecessarily, and they don't need to.
I think this Devil's Creek's going to take on a life of its own
Oh.
in the coming weeks, huh?
Yes, quite the tourist spot.
Sure.
That's right. They forgot to mention that in the bio.
Yeah.
Jim has appeared on the Jim Brewer Show and got muddy knees.
Worst bio ever.
It's horrendous.
Yeah, that really is. They fucking dropped the ball on
It's
that one.
dropped the ball. They fucking stuck a knife in it and went...
Just laziness. Just laziness. It's just laziness. Teacher in North Carolina caught with 15-year-old student. We've seen these stories before, huh?
Hotness? You got to see the picture usually.
I don't know. I have not seen the picture of this teacher yet. But the newscaster just messes up the teleprompter.
Really?
As well. So you got a couple things going on in this story.
27-year-old Jessica Wishnask made her first appearance in court this morning. Police say early Saturday morning, a patrol officer spotted a suspicious vehicle on North 5th Avenue. Inside, he says he discovered Wishnask in an intimate contact with a 15-year-old boy. And Pitt County School spokeswoman Heather Mayo tells us that Wishnask resigned Monday from her job as an 8th grade English language arts teacher at Pectolis Elementary School. New Hanover County Schools Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources Dr. John Welmers Jr. says Wishnask resigned in December as a 7th grade English language arts teacher at Williston Middle School.
You're a fucking news person.
Resigned?
God, what a dumb
Wow.
bitch.
You know what's great about that story? She got past a really difficult last name like 10 different times. Then the easy
resigned tripped her up.
The easy word, she couldn't figure it out. I got to hear that again.
Resigned.
How did she say it?
Resigned.
At Pectolis Elementary School. New Hanover County Schools Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources Dr. John Welmers Jr. says Wishnask resigned in December as a 7th grade English language arts teacher at Williston Middle School.
How do you pronounce it? Resigned.
Resigned. That G will screw you up every time.
Oh, yeah, well.
Fantastic.
I got to hear one more time. Is she hot, Ant?
It's one of those would you.
Let me see.
It's a would you picture. Would you?
The would you game.
Oh, no, not her. Is that her? Yeah. I
no,
saw the other one, Danny. You tripped me up. You made me look silly.
Oh, wow.
She looks, one looks stoned and
I don't know.
Fucked up.
You know what the problem is, for real? The really flat hair.
Yeah. She got no.
A little too much conditioner.
She needs some bangs. She needs
She's got droopy eyes.
Open those fucking eyes and probably lose a few.
I don't know.
Her job as an 8th grade English language arts teacher at Pectolis Elementary School. New Hanover County Schools Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources Dr. John Welmers Jr. says Wishnask resigned in December as a 7th grade English language arts teacher at Williston Middle School.
Not saying we would do this, but how many more times can you hear that? For real.
Resigned.
I'm in for at least 6 more times.
I love her.
Reservoir
Dogs.
Resigned.
Resident.
She should hang out with Rich Voss.
Hey, no, who was that other chick?
Yeah, there was a hot chick.
Danny. Who was that other chick that was
like
up on the
girl
thing?
from Baywatch that had some drug problems.
You had another girl up there.
Jasmine, right?
Yeah, up top.
Who's this one?
See, now this is a would you because she's
This is another situation of a teacher and
She's
student.
She's
maybe
more than
or something is going on.
She's more than I.
Yeah, like she's really not put together there.
You clean that shit up, she looked
I
good.
bet she cleans up good. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the one I was looking at where it was like, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's making sure.
That's an easy would you.
All right.
The other one,
No, the other one, no. But if you're 15 and she's your teacher, then you're fine.
You're very happy.
Very flat, dead hair.
A religious school teacher was charged over the weekend with sexual battery on a teenager hours after the two returned home from a trip to Disney World. Happiest place on earth. That's a good one.
Dave. Dave B from Philly. Oof! I saw the picture. She's going to do some time. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Dave
She's
knows.
going to jail.
Hot teachers don't do as much time as ugly teachers. We learned that a while ago.
Nope.
Oh, the reporter wasn't stammering over resign. She was using auto-tune. Blue Healer from Kentucky writes.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I could look at that picture.
The 8th grade elementary school, ?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Bill,
that is ridiculous hot.
Yeah, what'd she do? Like an afternoon in jail?
Dude,
That's LaFave, right, Deborah?
She didn't see a day.
She picked up some litter in the judge's office.
Oh, my
That's all she had to
God.
do.
Look at that. Hair is blowing.
Yeah.
Oh, the face of an angel.
You can't send that to prison.
No,
right?
that'd be ravaged. Stop it. It's cruel and inhuman.
I love that bit, too. And then we showed the real ugly teachers, and then, 18 years to life.
18 years for this pig.
Right.
But LaFavre here, oh my God. Those legs.
You know, I don't yell and scream breast implants, but someone like LaFavre,
Nah, she's good.
You pop a couple implants in there.
She's.
Hey, Bill, what do you got?
She's good.
Oh, we lost Bill. He had a good line too. Oh well.
That is the funniest fucking thing. And she's with a stupid husband who couldn't give her the deep dicking she needed.
Jesus.
She ran off.
Yeah.
She's like, I need some fucking kid to give me a deep dick. There are so many pictures of her on the internet, man.
Yeah.
Amazing how many fucking pictures.
Any
of her.
recent pictures though?
Smiling.
Is she in jail now or no?
No.
Oh man, is that her right there?
Where?
That was her?
Yeah, I do believe so.
God damn it. Damn it!
God damn it. Holy shit.
I put that right up there with Popeyes.
Fuck, is that
Popeyes
great?
fried
Yeah.
chicken. Eh?
Oh, I'd be licking my fingers more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Thank you, all dear friends, for coming to my birthday.
The greatest.
Absolutely.
Fucking Pee-wee.
Those pictures are amazing. But let's say hi to Bill. Bill, how are you?
Oh,
Yo,
Bill.
You guys there?
Yes, Bill.
I think so.
Couple of things. Nobody mentioned that I just got done TiVoing a show that Jimmy did on Comedy Central. I haven't had to watch it yet. But earlier, Jimmy touched on the equal and fair under the law thing, and I had heard this morning that the state of Kentucky, as of Monday, they're no longer offering the driver's tests in the 22 languages that they've done in the past. As of Monday, it's going to be in English only.
Good.
You hear that?
Wow, English only, huh?
Good.
And
Right.
that's good considering all the traffic signs are in English.
I agree with that.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the other states are going to do here.
And no more smiling for license pictures, apparently.
Why?
Oh, yeah, I heard that, too. No
Yeah,
smiling
yeah.
and license pictures.
Why?
No smiling anymore.
Why can't you
Straight
smile?
face.
Why?
Because you could look different if you smile.
Huh?
So they want like fucking mug shots on your license now.
They want you to look like you're going to look when the cop is talking to you through a window.
Exactly. You're not going to be like, hee, unless you're drunk. If you smile, they pull you right out, I guess.
Good for Kentucky. Should be in English.
Yeah, Kentucky's one of those states that could get away with it, though. New York, place like that, you're not going to get away with shit like that. There'd be an uproar or outrage or something, roar. They'd be all pissed.
But shouldn't you be able to read, like, the road signs?
They get pissed off when someone wants to fucking cover their face and show their eyes through a slit and take that as their license picture. And that had to be in court, wasting our fucking time and money. Unbelievable what some people put the court system through and the taxpayers. Should have thrown that woman right the fuck out. She wants to wear a burqa, and take her license picture. You going to drive with that stupid thing on your head?
Well, yeah.
How the hell is she going to see?
I don't know.
Just look through a little slit.
No, it's a little screen or something, I think.
Crazy.
Don't they have the
Like
screen?
RoboCop. The little fucking slit she's looking through. Look through that slit. I can't get enough of looking at Deborah LaFave. Jesus Christ.
She's great.
Dude, she is the most photographed person on the internet. There's hundreds of thousands of pictures of her.
Check out, someone is saying, I don't even know, we're going to go into this cold.
Wedding thing.
Check out Heather Lynn, Lyne.
That always means something, that Lynn.
Heather,
It's
Lyne, Zio.
Oh, why?
Lynn.
I don't know why we're checking her out. Is she another teacher that got in some trouble?
How you spell that last name?
Zio, Z-E-O.
Oh.
Is this a teacher that got in trouble?
Let's see.
Hang on.
Supposedly her Facebook is public.
Well, I'm not seeing anything yet.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
What the fuck, dude?
What's wrong with this guy?
Fail. You fail.
That better not be her.
What the hell? You're wasting valuable radio time
Yeah.
for this.
Come on.
We were just looking at pictures of Deborah
LaFavre. You fucking...
What's her problem, Dan? I see there's a news article, so that can't be good. Is that right?
Yeah. Charged in sex case.
Uh-oh. What'd she do?
Police say that Zio37, a married math teacher from North Penn High School in Lansdale, admitted having sexual relations with a 17-year-old student last month. She also left sexually explicit internet and phone messages for another student earlier in the year. Blah, blah, blah.
Dummy.
Well, it's nothing really.
Nothing new.
Nothing new, and she's not hot.
Nah.
God, they're fucking students. How hot is that, though?
Well, that's, you know.
Fucking teachers are so... It's great.
How much... That's coming out a lot lately. Did this always happen?
Dude, it's all women lately.
I think it's always happened. It's just that now we're at a time where, you know, Facebook's getting you in trouble, text messages are getting you in trouble. I think back in the day, you just, you know, how did anybody know?
You just
a hot
said
topic.
it. You just
And if
talked.
the kid said something, it was like, well, prove it. But now there's the proof.
You know, he's very troubled and disturbed in class, and he has a problem with me. I think that's why he's accusing me of this. But when you got a electronic trail of sexually explicit photos,
It was like, from a .gov email address.
Yeah.
It's probably a problem there.
Good point. All right, moving on. No shit about this one. The Miami Herald, a little newspaper we all know, is saying Twitter poses a risk for newspapers. No shit.
Yeah.
Newspapers are done.
They're going broke everywhere.
When I look at the newspapers in the morning, I'm like, this is old news. Like, this is old stuff.
Already read it.
And then I go to the internet and find new stuff.
Yeah.
Like they lose. Newspapers lose. There's nothing they could do. Unless they figure out how to do it online and make money off it. I mean, they're doing it online, but they can't figure out how to make, money off it.
I go to CNN, I go to Drudge. Those are like the big two, and then I'll go to, FARC and other things. But to get, like, whatever news is happening right now, the important stuff, 2 sites, and I know everything that's going on in the whole fucking world.
Yep.
I don't have to thumb through goddamn ads in the paper.
Get ink on your fingertips.
Stupid stories about shit I don't care about. Look at this.
It's not stupid stories, just old stories.
Yeah,
that's all old
stories.
news, and that's today's paper.
Look at a Macy's ad.
There's something called, I think, breaking news on Twitter. So I follow that, right, Ant?
Yeah.
Anything happening in the world, it's right there. Pops up, boom.
Oh, really?
I'm informed. Thank you.
Well.
Yeah. I don't need newspapers.
We're just used to newspapers, that's all. We're just used to them.
Yeah, because we're the younger generations, they don't really understand a newspaper. They probably look at it like, that's stupid. Right?
That's stupid. This guy's still fucking backing Heather.
What is he trying to say about it?
Said, wrong one. This is the right one. And it's the same one. You're an idiot.
Well, what is he saying? Is he trying to say she's a hot teacher? I've seen uglier.
Wrong,
but you can't
Heather.
go from Deborah LaFavre to this one.
Of course not. Deborah LaFavre is hot.
She's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Deborah LaFave or Five or whatever it is, she's just as hot as Christina Applegate in her prime on Married with Children.
Yeah,
she's hotter.
Equally as hot.
Sorry.
You might be right.
And I was a big fan of Christina Applegate. But
back in those.
This Deborah's hotter.
Wow, back
She's hotter.
Yeah. Ooh, was she?
You guys want a little entertainment news?
Yes. What's happening in Tinseltown, as they call it? Oh, good God.
Didn't David Spade have a show where he was going to really take it to Tinseltown?
Oh, was he going to set them straight? What happened there? Oops. No one cared. Holy shit. Come on, that's Photoshop.
I don't know.
Someone shopped that. I could tell. There's too much dark between the cleavage.
The internet's cruel. Showing a picture of her younger with her boobies still.
They took tits. They lowered the opacity on it. Threw in some fucking
opacity
or opacity.
No, it might be a word. I just never heard it.
It's how opaque something is, and then they added in some darkness around there, and then recolored it. I've done it I do it all the time at home for my own purposes. No. Hey,
God damn it! There's a website we're supposed to check out today, and some feedback came up. If he's still out there, what was the site called? Was it called Cockknockers.com?
No, this is it's a favorite of mine and Travis's.
When are you going to share with us, Dan?
Well, because this is something that you share with other people. It's Cockdockers.
Oh, okay.
Cockdockers. That's
Cockdockers.
different.
Let's check out Cockdockers.
All right. It's the ridiculousness of docking.
Do you really need a whole website called Cockdockers?
Yes. What do you do when you're docking? I don't understand it.
Except look silly.
You look silly. Like, you'll be standing there. You could have your oral. You could have your anal. You could manually stimulate. You could there are other things. Docking is like, once you're done, you just look at each other. It doesn't seem like there's any pleasure in it.
Well, what happens is, I imagine after you dock, like you look at each other, and then one of the guys goes, "Look at that." And the other guy goes, "I know."
Yeah.
And then you just both go your separate ways.
And then you're done.
Well, you both piss.
Oh, wow. That'd be an interesting contest.
Hey, Dan, you got a favorite picture? Knowing that it's you and Travis's favorite site?
Well, it's not that our favorite. It's just that
it's up there.
We've Googled like docking, and this site comes up a lot. So when I saw the feedback come in, I actually highlighted that feedback and put it up by his desk.
Looks like a boa eating a python.
Jesus.
It's like sausage links.
Oh, shit.
Probably smells like them, too.
Yeah, guys are fucking disgusting. All right. I'm against gay marriage now.
Why? These are not married people. Married people don't dock.
No.
They fuck in the ass and make salads.
We don't dock anymore.
Now that we're married.
You don't bring me foreskin anymore. Oh, God.
You're not a fan of the Cockdockers?
No, from what I've seen so far, take it or leave it.
Sounds like a sitcom family name.
Cockdoggers.
The Cockdoggers.
The wacky neighbor next door that always comes over with his foreskin pulled out.
Yeah. Makes a funny remark. Hello, Jerry. He slides in and just clips over Jerry's cock with his foreskin.
Stop with the docking!
I don't want to be a cockdocker.
I don't want to be a docker. Wow. Of course. Kramer slides in. Is he holding his foreskin over? He's a docker, Jerry. So you tried out docking, Jerry? George, I don't want to dock.
Thank God we pulled the curtain so we could look at the Cockdockers website. This place stinks. The hell? What is going to happen if someone walks by and sees silly photos of guys docking?
Come on the window?
The fuck?
It would be funny if we turn around, there's 8 guys just jacking off in the window, and there was another channel over there with no DJs currently on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't understand that policy. You're doing radio shows in this environment that's supposed to be a bit edgy to begin with,
well,
and we got to make sure the curtains are pulled to look at guys docking.
It's not the old days.
Exactly.
Who the fuck did this? Human resources? Lawyers?
They used to keep the production facilities and the management facilities apart from each other in radio.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? You used to have like the jock lounge and the little hallway and then the studio and shit like that, and the program director would be somewhere and then like sales and stuff. You'd have to go to an entire different part of the fucking building.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everyone's on top of each other, so you got to pull the curtains.
I miss the days when people would just walk in on horrific shit
like,
going on our show.
What is that? Well, that guy's gravely outmatched in docking, by the way. There is somebody that isn't quite docking.
You really
see some real Davy and Goliath happening.
Yeah. You really got to study your penis before you go into the docking world. You got to make sure you're up for the challenge.
That's a 1/4-20 nut trying to go on an 1/8-inch bolt.
As an 8th grade English language arts teacher at Pectolis Elementary School, New Hanover County Schools Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources Dr. John Welmers Jr. says Wishnast resigned in December as a 7th grade English language arts teacher at Williston Middle School.
How do you resignate, by the way?
You turn in your resignation.
That's when you have
how you resignate.
That's when you have a stroke as you're resigning.
I like to resign.
Yeah.
I'm the Mr. Marshall. I'm resigning.
Look, that's obviously a brain fart, but
Yeah.
even when you're brain farting, you never come up with a word you've never heard before.
Yeah, at
you
least
try
just-
something.
He left.
Right.
Quit.
And God forbid you should make a joke about it and go, I can't believe I just screwed that word up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a G in that?
Reza.
How much docking can you look at? How many different versions of two guys with their dicks locked together can you possibly take?
I tap out after 1,500.
They're saying that about all the straight people. Like, how could you look at another one of those things again?
Yeah, what? Oh, a vagina
How many
again?
different ones do you need to see?
That's true. At least you're getting two guys in this picture. With a girl, it's like one vagina, and you could just look at 1,000 of them and not be tired of it. All right. I wasn't looking at it with a homo point of view.
I'm glad I was able to provide one.
Thank you, Dan.
No problem.
Why does Maury have a giant rabbit on his show?
That is a big
cute is
bunny.
That thing is huge.
I want to pet it.
I'm gonna sniff it. I bet he's soft.
Where do you find giant rabbits?
I like to cave his head in with a bat.
Yeah, that's why I'd pet him and distract him. And when he starts to crinkle his nose, you sneak up with the aluminum.
Yes, a thud.
And why is Maury rerunning a Christmas show?
Yeah, Maury's out of
Look at it.
material.
Look, it's Christmas.
He had
Wow,
to do
that's a
something
giant
that wasn't
rabbit?
crazy.
Look how fucking big that giant rabbit is.
That Photoshop.
No, I don't think this one is. I remember reading a story about this guy. He actually breeds them for food.
The
For
rabbit,
food.
the
Yeah.
rabbit's head is bigger than the human's head in this picture. The
It
guy
is.
is a chunky guy, not a fat guy, and the rabbit is as big as his entire torso.
Isn't that a little forced perspective?
Come on, Ant.
Maybe he's
a little
holding
bit,
it a
but-
little closer to the camera than he is.
Wow.
The feet are weird. It doesn't look like they're hanging right. I don't know. I don't buy it.
It's a big rabbit. Maury doing animal stuff. Maury is charmless.
Isn't he?
He's a charmless man. He can put on all the Christmas colors he wants and make all the wacky, there's an animal on my shoulder faces.
Yeah, it just ain't working.
He's a charmless exploiter of filth.
He's a ghoul.
All right, let's play You Choose.
I'm not believing that.
You want to play You Choose? Those are giant rabbits, man.
No, look at the head. Look at that ear. It's giant.
Nah, that's a giant
I've
rabbit.
never seen a rabbit that big.
We're an international show. Someone call up about giant rabbits.
I think they're fake.
I want to pet one.
Go to
Do
Snopes.
you want parents interrupt teens meltdown on cam?
That's always good. I love a teen meltdown.
Woman finds God in her salami. We're doing a little cleanup today. We have a lot of stuff in front of us we haven't gotten
Yeah,
to.
no, the God and the food story.
And look, he's carrying
Or-
them.
Oh, but that doesn't look that big.
No, that one doesn't look that big.
That's
at all.
huge.
Oh, it's big.
It's big, but
But it
not
doesn't look as big as the
ones
one
in
they've shown
pictures.
in the still pictures.
Someone bring us a goddamn giant rabbit, dead or alive. I don't care. And or father accused of biting out kid's eye.
Wow, that's
The
a good
choice
one.
is yours.
That's a good one, but I go
Hold
with
on.
teen meltdown.
Why?
Because that's always funny listening to fucking some spoiled brat get all pissed at something.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that means nothing
think
in the
you-
scheme of life.
would've-
And then we'll go with the father biting out
I
the
would have
boy's
went
eyeball.
with woman finds God in her salami.
No.
This was New York for crying out loud. God damn it. I had this.
Scott, kill it. Go offline. Scott. Scott.
What?
Go offline. Go offline.
Who was on the phone?
Nobody's on the phone. He was on his channel and he's having his
Scott.
God
Why can't
damn.
you turn off his computer tonight?
Cut yourself off, Scott. You're not.
Scotty. This is stupid.
You're
honey.
being stupid now. Now you're going and putting yourself up there with someone to laugh at. God damn, where are your brains, boy? Having a meltdown online?
You were
Where are
online?
your goddamn brains?
You were online?
Yes, he was on his frickin' channel, whining and crying and acting like a 3-year-old to the entire world. Where are your goddamn brains?
Like I said, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand. You're making an ass of yourself for all eternity.
For all of eternity.
And the father's just as stupid because he's still on cam, right?
Yeah.
That's why we got the audio.
Now
Obviously.
he's an ass. Is that the kid?
Yeah, but
Why is a cat playing piano every so often?
because that's the new internet thing that has to happen now. Like at every, instead of like fail or LOL or lols,
Okay.
it's the cat playing the keyboard.
It's
the
not
keyboard
even
cat.
playing it. The cat's falling asleep on the keyboard.
You know something has reached
God.
the masses when CNN starts reporting on it. I saw a CNN piece about keyboard cat and like where the cat is.
Really?
Because CNN wants to be so cool.
CNN is fucking irrelevant.
You don't understand. You don't understand what I'm going through. Shut it. Scotty.
Where's your brains, boy? That's pretty
Your
funny.
brains, boy.
That's pretty good.
There were no internet when I was a kid.
Danny?
Yes, sir.
Pamela Rogers Turner. They're saying
All right.
even hotter.
I think I remember this.
than
Don't say
LaFavre.
Deborah LaFavre.
She is.
Don't say hotter than
She is the
LaFavre.
pinnacle of teachers having sex with students.
Holy mother of Christ on a pony.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Wow.
What's her name?
Yeah, they should be in like.
Look at her. She's cuffed in that picture.
Yeah.
All right, let's get another
Yeah,
pic.
this could be a split decision, my friends.
Oh, my God. They look like they could be almost sisters
Yeah, they
convicted
both got
of
the
same
blonde
crime.
hair. She's got the nicer boobs too. Oh boy!
Wow. I hear she was sentenced to 1 day in her room.
As the ugly broads get brooms up
Oh,
their
they
twats
get
in
life.
prison for 10 years.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, what do you think, Ann?
Not as good as LaFavre.
Yeah?
LaFavre.
You still go with LaFavre?
I go. Some pictures of this chick is unbelievable.
Pretty damn good.
And then other ones.
Tough call.
That is tough. Boy, how do you present that? Well, I guess you present it as pretty as possible in court so that the judge would be like,
I remember this lady now.
Wait,
she got
God.
busted. Wait, I think if I recall correctly, this was the one that she got busted once, got off, and then got busted a second time sending like a striptease video to some kid.
yeah.
Nice.
And she got off of that one too, didn't she?
I hope so.
I hope she just continually gets away with it.
Oh, yeah. She could do it as many
right.
times as she wants. Oh, the kangaroo.
No, they got kangaroos on Maury.
Yeah.
Maury could
Oh,
give
and-
a shit.
And a little kinkajou.
Aw, cute little animals.
What's Maury doing? Ah, we're going to try to find its mother. You are not the father.
We got more on the meltdown.
Oh.
The meltdown of that kid.
Holy shit, hold on.
Oh my God, what is she
That's
doing,
the
Dan?
teacher?
Yeah.
Holy. This is the striptease she did on her cam for
Look at her
the
ass.
student?
Holy shit.
Would you?
How do you ever let that out? Why don't you just fuck her and keep your mouth shut?
Would you? Did you just say would you?
Dude, I'd fuck her if his head was in the way.
Oh, my God. Look at that friggin' move she's doing.
Thank you. Thank you, oh dear friends, for coming to my birthday.
Can I just be the first one to say I can't wait for it to be my birthday?
I know. We need more birthdays.
You know, we haven't even used the clip properly once today.
No.
I just throwing it in because we have
My
to.
friend.
We got to figure out how to use that clip.
Oh, it's a birthday clip.
It's just, yeah, but come on. What are we going to
Fantastic.
use it 4 times a year, 5
I
times
know.
a year?
Wow. That is a great little striptease
Dan?
video she's doing. It's on YouTube.
Kiki, K-I-K-I, or Kiki,
Kiki.
Ta, new word, T-A, Yada, Y-A-D-A.
And this is...
Oh, that kid was crying about the San Jose Sharks losing in the NHL playoffs, according to Nick D in Philly.
Guys are
I
good.
thought he was having a meltdown over a girl or something at school.
Hey, you would think it was something important. I knew it was going to be some spoiled idiot with no...
What do we got on Kiki Ta Yada?
Nothing.
Nothing on Kiki.
No, not even Kiko.
Nothing, huh? K-I-K-I?
Yeah.
I love when people do that. They
Motherfucker.
send you shit that goes to nowhere. You people are morons. Interrupting our good fucking
All right, let's move on. Here
pictures.
Here we go. Woman finds God in her salami. Father accused of biting out kid's eye. Or video released of Retard Fight Club.
All right, you know
got
where I'm going with this. Come on.
God in salami. All right.
No.
What?
If we don't get to the Retard Fight Club at some point, I gotta hear Retard Fight Club.
Can we open up the curtains? It's creepy when we're in here with the curtains drawn.
Why?
Look at any
Then
more.
I can't put docking
Just
pictures
some
on.
man looking at docking pictures. Look at Kenny right on the spot. I'll open it. Charmless Maury.
He's a charmless man. It's amazing. I've never seen a man with less pizzazz.
Hold on a minute. We got a very important phone call coming in. Dustin?
Hey.
Hey.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah, it's my 30th birthday today.
Is it really a 30?
Oh, my God. Happy birthday, Dustin. I
You
really wish we had something for you today.
What are you going to do?
Oh, boy.
What are you doing for your birthday?
I'm driving. I'm a truck driver.
Oh, you should play that clip.
What clip? I wish we had something for that guy.
Fucking Jimmy's great.
Retard Fight Club.
We are getting our first look at some disturbing images of a brutal fight club.
Maybe for you.
Brutal.
Disturbing for you, maybe.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Brutal. I lost a lot of money in this club. I kept betting on Tongues McGillicuddy. He looked like the fucking odds-on winner. He would come in wearing just a pair of ill-fitting shorts, no shirt, perfect bowl do. I'm like, this guy's got to go undefeated. But he didn't know any better. He kept punching himself. I'm like, McGillicuddy, you're doing it wrong. Then he spun in a circle like a Tasmanian devil and got dizzy and threw up on himself. He vomited small change and soup. Tongues McGillicuddy.
Tongues.
You punch him and his little belly rattles because he eats quarters. He actually bites them in half.
You gotta
Tyler Burden.
Rockhead.
Kirsten, Kirsten, Kirsten.
Oh, we're finding another?
Boyle, Boyle.
Ooh, should I to Susan?
Sound good.
Come on, bring it on.
Again, nothing.
What do you guys?
You
come on,
people
man.
suck a dick. You dock.
Anything good?
You're a bunch of dockers.
Nothing? All right. Bid over. You guys can't play at home.
Now you can't play.
You don't
See,
know how to
you ruined
play.
it.
Here we go.
We are getting our first look at some disturbing images
Punch
of
him
a
in his
brutal
giant
fight
ball
club
bag.
held at a state school for the mentally disabled in Corpus Christi, Texas.
The story is clear at how poorly people can treat the disabled.
Last week, a grand jury indicted 6 former employees of the school for organizing fights with the residents. Police believe the late-night fights were on for at least a year, and all were captured on camera. Late-night employees made the videos themselves using their cell phones.
The faces that stick with me are the face of one man who was being chased through rooms, and he was so afraid his yelling was almost guttural.
Police obtained the video last March. They say the 6 employees who've been charged are the ones who were identified in fights where there were clear injuries.
Where can you see these?
I don't know. In that place, MMA isn't an organization. It's something they yell. MMA! Again, employees like that. If you're doing that, why do we have to even put them on? If you're making retarded people fight, you should just have your hands cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
We're not harsh enough in this country.
Of course not.
No, apparently not. Is this commercial? Mm-hmm. And then the videos come out. Boy, they've really just invaded the internet with full-length, full-size commercials.
And not even appropriate if this is for the retarded.
Yeah, you want your car dealership?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Fight Club.
Should be a commercial for electrical outlets.
Shitty one from New Orleans writes.
Oh.
First drool about Fight Club.
First drool?
What are we looking at now?
I have to.
This
I guess
institution
the story.
in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Oh, we get to see video?
Night shift workers use their cell phones to record residents awakened after midnight and forced to fight. The employees can be heard laughing and prodding the residents who they supervised to fight harder.
Not only are they prodding them to fight, when they run away, it's like a pack of wolves chasing, the weak and the helpless.
Residents were told that if they didn't fight, they might be sent to prison, and they were warned if they told anyone, even their parents, they faced punishment.
They say snitches get stitches.
What do you think they meant by that?
Means that if I snitch, they're gonna beat the mess out of me.
6 former state workers have been fired and indicted by a state grand jury
Very
for
diverse
causing
crowd.
injury to a disabled person. Authorities discovered the videos when one of the night shift workers lost his phone, and police opened it to find the owner.
It's like Michael Vick and his pit bulls, except they treated these human beings like dogs for their pure enjoyment.
A federal civil rights investigation last year found...
If only one of the retarded kids would have ate that guy's phone like he was supposed to. He never would have found it.
All right. Dan, we're going to try one more
poor
time.
retards.
Wow.
One more time.
I know.
Ooh!
Yeah, Ding Dang's knocked out by a book.
Let's see. What do we do? Hold on a minute. Kelly Brooke.
Oh, that was right at the top.
Not a teacher, but
all right.
very
What
hot.
is this for, though?
What the hell? I don't care.
Get the naked one on the beach where she's covering herself up a little bit.
Thank you to
or
that
one in a bikini. Let me see.
back
Let me
there.
see her.
Let's look at. I'm a little confused by this one.
Yeah, that's a rough shot.
You should be screaming and yelling she's hot because she's covering up her naked boobies
let's
on a
look at
beach
another
with a
shot.
little bikini. But
let's look at something else. She's got some giant titties. She's
Yeah.
going for a Raquel Welch look almost.
She's pretty.
Her hands are up over her head, though.
none of us are
sign. No.
jumping up and down about this.
No, she doesn't beat Lefevre.
Yeah, give me one more.
Lefevre is hot because she's just a regular teacher.
Right.
This is obviously a model.
Yeah. Oh, pretty good there.
That looks pretty nice. You gotta give her that one.
Her tits are actually too big and round. I don't like.
Yeah,
they look
yeah.
like fake tits.
Yeah, it looks like rising dough at a pizza place.
You know, the only way to really
Big
test a girl's
round.
tits is just to kind of like jiggle them a little and
Yeah.
take a big shit in between them.
Is that the same girl?
Supposedly.
Topless? Not bad.
Nice tits.
Dan? Ariel? A-R-I-E-L?
The Little Mermaid?
Rebel. R-E-B-E-L.
All right, now we're just getting into, porno girls.
All right, well.
Let's see. Pop up a pic of her. See what this is all about. Oh, okay, she's one of these barely legal-looking girls.
And the curtains are
Okay.
open. Oops, curtains are open, and we're looking at porn. Oops.
It's not porn, it's art. Yeah, exactly. Oof. It's curtains for you.
All right, Ant.
All right.
Stinky fridge makes workers sick. No, Dan. Back over here. You might as well Google it. Something dumb will come up. Swedish girl with Down syndrome sings opera. Dead fat lady removed on flatbed truck.
I think opera is just an audio.
Yeah. We go more retarded.
Yeah?
I like the stories with the retarded.
All right.
I don't know why.
I think we played a piece of this, but this is just terrific. What is he doing?
Thank you. Welcome to my birthday!
Wow. Oh, God, that's her?
Yeah.
Wow, she looks like Susan Boyle. See, that's how Susan Boyle's supposed to say.
She looks like Divine.
She is horrible.
Tony! One of the good guys from XM.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Oh,
Tony.
The cut.
Love Tony.
What if he just ran and threw himself out the window?
Oh.
Tony, what's up?
They did her hair to try to make her look good or something.
Hi, Tony.
How's Tony doing?
Curled that head.
You good?
I'm good.
Ah, nice to
Making
know.
a little visit from Washington?
Yeah, a little Washington.
Oh, boy, that means
Got
someone's getting fired.
Got your credentials there.
Oh, boy.
Need your credentials.
He's all right. It's okay.
Mars is going to be all right?
He's going to be all right.
I hope so.
Mars makes the cut? Is this breaking news?
For now.
No, not yet. Not official.
All right.
I'll let you know when it's official.
Okay. All right, Tony. Thanks for stopping the show.
Oh.
I guess you're checking out the studio, huh? Nice? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tony. See, he's a real soldier of the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do this to us, right?
Not quite the studio you guys had built for us back at the other place, huh?
Remember the multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art studio that you built for us and we were proud of, Tony? Yeah. They think this is okay for us.
Just because there's screens everywhere. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, and if we bitch about it, we're the problem. Yeah. That makes sense.
Hi. Yeah.
Look at Tony. This is classic.
He's just kind of looking around.
He ain't saying shit, but I can read faces.
Yeah.
This is what they did.
Gentlemen, to your show. Enjoy your program.
This is what they did to us, Tony. See?
Yes.
See what they did to us?
Look what they did.
Look what they did.
Look at where they put us.
They massacred us.
Look how they massacred our studio.
This is the famous hallway you looked at, huh?
Yeah.
I want you to use all your skills to make our studio bigger.
I don't want the listeners to see him like this.
Very nice.
Just in case people thought we were crazy. See what Tony did?
Bye, Tone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
Take it easy, sir.
A true soldier for real.
We're all soldiers here because we never know when we're going to get a bullet in the head and summarily removed from the building.
But we're the problem. You want one more before the break, Ant?
Yeah, one more choice.
All right. Bruno's, what is this one again? The Bruno thing?
I don't know. He was doing some, it was like some fake MySpace thing he was doing called Mindspace.
All right.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I don't even know if we're going to have that as a choice.
Yeah.
Let me see what we got here.
Let's do that lady with the God and the salami.
Ew, I'd rather have the father biting the kid's eye out.
Oh yeah, that's true. They're both food. They're both food stories.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to add another one to the choices. Sam,
putting headphones on. I guess this is
Oh, you must have something important
must
coming
have
in without
something
us
to say.
telling you to come in.
No, I was just here in case you needed any help with the Bruno clip.
Oh, what's the Bruno clip about?
Well, it's just one of his viral videos that's going along. He has like all the social networking sites, except they have German names. And so he has a MySpace that's masked to Mindspace and stuff like that. But he put out, I'm winded from running down that hallway.
You're too young to be winded.
It's a long hallway.
What
the hell are you doing? You're a kid. I've done like 4 laps down that hallway today.
4 laps.
How tall? How old are you?
25.
You shouldn't be winded at 25.
No. But I've ran down that hallway too much.
You're not even smoke. A fat guy. That's
You're not
that's
fat.
even
You don't
weirder.
smoke.
We gotta get a closer office. It's too far.
You don't eat bacon A's?
I eat bacon.
Oh, you like bacon.
Dan, check out Mothers in Heat.
Jesus Christ.
Hope my mom's on that site.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Mothers in Heat.
Mom.
Gotta love this one. Blogspot.com.
Yeah, the old blogspot.
Thank you, John Field.
Oh.
Wilmington. What's this about?
Oh.
What's wrong, eh?
She's in dick.
What is this thing about? Just women and mothers in heat?
Yeah, that's the teacher right there.
Is it a list of teachers or just in general?
It looks like a list of older women who, not just teachers, but just older women in general
Mom's
that
gotten in trouble.
That get busted
All right,
doing it with.
Who's on the top of the list? I mean,
top is Tracy Conley, 39-year-old mother from Hamilton.
Pig.
Blah, blah, blah. Charges streaming from sex acts with underage boys, ages 13 and 14, friends of her own children.
What do you think the motivation is there with the women that do this? With the men, there is some kind of twisted reason that they're... What is it with the... What is that thing with the women with the younger boys.
Probably somebody, they want someone who they can talk to who isn't going, all right already, after 3 seconds.
They want a guy that jizzes every 15 minutes.
Haircut. Is that what they need?
Just loads and loads of
stiff
jizz.
as a board every fucking second. She's just got to touch his dick.
Dan?
Yep.
We're going video now.
All right.
Oh.
Thank you, Snuffy the Trucker. Little.
Don't thank him yet.
Lupe, L-U-P-E. Caged.
Lupe.
So far we got Little Lupe, Caged.
Tuck or no tuck, Lupe?
Anal.
Little Lupe, caged, anal. All right, that should close the curtains now.
Why? Why are we closing the curtains?
Well, because I'm seeing jizz on the face.
All right. We got it then.
Oof.
Here we go. Lupe. Little Lupe, caged anal. Caged. Stupid fake cage.
Fast forward through this.
Well, Lupe does.
Are they both?
This is legal, isn't it?
I don't know, man. Hold on.
Lupe looks pretty little.
Really?
Nah, I think.
Oh, good God! Don't say that.
He just looks that way.
Hold on, Anthony.
He's wearing little butterfly wings.
This is coming in.
What would management say?
Uh-oh.
Bring in the GIMP.
Yeah, the GIMP's coming in, ringing a bell.
How long is this video, though?
It's 15 minutes. and it's one of those
like
videos
shit.
that.
Well, how about you get to the dick in the ass instead of the fucking story?
You can't slide the
I can't
fucking...
slide the slider over.
You can't slide?
Sucks.
Why?
You gotta watch the whole thing?
I hate when they do that.
Why
Yeah.
can't?
That is stupid. Oh, I don't care about this.
You want me to try to find it on another site?
Yes.
You know what?
This was a
During the break, how about Denise? Jimmy needs to see, they're saying. So let's see what this is about before we go to break.
I want to see Loopster take one on the shitter.
Jimmy needs to see Denise Masino, M-A-S-I-N-O, on freeones.com. What's freeones.com?
Massino?
She's a bodybuilder. She has a big clit.
You know
Yeah,
her?
she is. No, I've seen her. She's a big pussy, I think.
Oh, my
Really?
God.
Danny just made a weird face like he just drank sour milk. That can't be good.
Ah!
What the fuck?
Dude, come on now.
That's a guy.
That's a little too big. Yeah.
That's a guy.
There's testosterone pumping through that clitoris.
No,
It made it into Shikadoc.
That used to be a guy. Come on.
No, that's a woman with just the
No
with
way.
the stuff she's
Yep.
taking.
No
That's-
way.
It does
That's
that
an
for vaginas.
enlarged clitoris.
Yeah, but look at the rest.
And
Does
hood.
it give you guys' hips and guy abs?
Well, that's from her working out. She got muscles.
That's a guy's body. That's horrific. What the fuck?
You don't want... Oh.
Dude.
Oh, God damn it.
It's a dick.
What the fuck? That's
Looks like one of those fucking clams we brought in. What were they
Gooey
called?
duck. Gooey duck.
Gooey duck. She's got gooey duck clit.
what the fuck? We were having fun, man.
Yeah, how did this start with Deborah LaFarve and we end up with
This
that?
shit.
That wreck.
All right, we'll take a break.
Yes.
Oh, the other one I want to add to the list. We're doing
The cleanup.
We're doing well with the cleanup. We've needed to do this for a long time. Mother gets back at girl her 9-year-old daughter is fighting with by putting the girl's phone number in a Craigslist sex ad.
Poof. Come on.
You decide which one we go to next. Opie and Anthony. What are you looking at over there?
Little pornography. I'm on slutload.com.
Slutload.com.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, there's that news girl, or what was her name?
She was some kind of news girl, and what? She went in the truck with the boys?
Went in the truck.
The news truck with the guys?
Yeah, and they one of the camera guys filmed her, I guess, taking care of herself. And then at some point, word has it, they prop the camera up there, and then he comes over and gives her the old, this could be it.
Uh-oh.
Gives her the old dickin'.
Boom, 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 boom,
Oh,
boom,
man.
boom, 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 boom.
This is a very
it's a good
something
video.
very hot about this
Well,
video.
she's pretty hot,
because
no?
it's just taboo.
She's
Oh
hot?
boy!
Oh,
Okay,
look
hold
what
on.
she's
How did I
doing.
miss that?
Oh, my God.
I slid forward too much. Well, she's playing with herself, and then the next second she had a big dick in her mouth. I slid over too far.
How do you?
Now he's coming to walk over, I guess. Oh well, a little dick in her mouth.
You think she had to resign or resign?
She was resignated.
Why would she suck that?
I don't know. There's nothing going on. What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's time for him to be the star, and he's got nothing.
He's not visually stimulated at all? He's got a gangly little leg.
Add it to the treat list.
Nice, though.
Turkey chili.
Oh, yeah.
From Cafe Metro here in New York City.
Do I have some, too?
One of the great treats.
Kenny, I love turkey chili.
Oh, good God.
Kenny, I like turkey chili.
Smell that. Smell it.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff.
Smells like
see some.
diarrhea.
Smells like fucking.
I'd love to smell a Diet Pepsi, too.
Okay.
Bossing him around.
Diet ginger ale, actually.
He sure is getting bossed around. This guy ain't going to be able to do anything with this limp dick.
That guy's dick is awful.
Nothing there.
We're still doing the show?
Yeah, something like that.
Here's a cute little story.
Cute story. I love a cute story because it means it's not.
No, this one's funny. I love how this works itself out sometimes. You'll understand in a second. Maybe we could get a list of these stories if we feel like doing some research. Man named Beverage. Last name is Beverage. Beverage, for real.
Uh-huh.
Charged with DUI.
Okay.
I love when these things work out.
Thank God his name isn't Cummiza.
A 50-year-old man with an unfortunate last name, given the circumstances, was arrested at 3rd Street and 51st Street, 3 a.m. last night after a breath alcohol test asserted he was at nearly 3 times the limit. Wow. Whoa. Randy Joe Beveridge is his name. Registered a .23.
Wow,
Nice.
that's a good one.
And a .19. Nice.
And you know what's ironic is he was hanging out with his friend Pete Rape.
Pete Rape.
There you go.
Beverage.
Randy Joe Beveridge.
Yeah.
Likes his beverage.
Right. He sure does. Getting pretty loaded.
That happened to my friend Larry Tallboys.
Oh, my God. Does the guy, the camera guy having sex with her looks...
Did.
He's not into it?
Larry Tallboys.
He looks like Billy Mack. Holy shit, it's Billy Mack.
Oh, my God. Billy Mack better call up and explain himself. All right.
Yes, more cleaning house.
All right, what do you want?
Who's this fucking murderer that just walked into the room?
Are you a new intern, sir?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this works. What's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis?
Yeah.
I'll try to remember that.
We're going to ask you in 20 minutes.
I will never remember.
Dennis.
You totally nailed him. That's the best gag. It's got such longevity.
It really is. It's always appropriate.
Call someone's name when they're leaving the room, and then just turn around. Don't acknowledge them.
All right. Woman finds God in her salami. That's still on the table.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the go-to story now, right?
Father accused of biting out kid's eye.
I want that one.
Dead fat lady removed on flatbed, or mother gets back at girl her 9-year-old daughter is fighting with by putting the girl's phone number in a Craigslist sex ad.
Oh, that's good. That's kind of... Oh, Uncle Paul. It's kind of sexy.
Which one do you want?
Craigslist.
That's the one I had in my hands.
Which now, is home of murderers and rapists, apparently.
And they shut it down and arrested guys for just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
By Pimping out whores.
Yeah, by exploiting girls into a life of sex.
Might have a drug problem.
Neighbors in this quiet part of Long Island dropped their jaws upon learning of the unbelievable Craigslist crime. Police say 40-year-old Marjorie Tenenbaum, a licensed psychotherapist, placed a fake sexually suggestive ad in the casual encounters section of the website. The ad read, "Looking for a good time? Woman for man, 21 years old." When sex-hungry responders emailed, investigators say Tenenbaum gave them the phone number for her daughter's 9-year-old classmate. Jeez. Police do believe a feud between Tenenbaum's daughter and her Mount Pleasant Elementary classmate motivated the mother's vindictive classified ad. Investigators are not yet sure if the ad was meant to lure men to the child classmate or to the classmate's mother. In all, more than 20 men called the 9-year-old's home looking for casual sex.
Oh. She must be a great psychotherapist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have father issues. Kill him.
She's good at the psycho part, not good at the therapist part, perhaps.
What is the best part of that story?
That people called up.
Danny.
Yep. 9-year-old.
Just the idea of people calling the house is pretty twisted.
Maybe the two best words in the story.
How many do you have to answer?
The two best words in the story. Sex hungry.
Oh, yeah, sex hungry.
They had to pump that up for everybody.
Sex starved. Who's hear things like that? Sex hungry. Wow, this video is really getting hot and heavy. I haven't turned it off yet.
What's Billy Mack doing?
Yeah,
Billy Mack is holding a dildo as she squats down on it. And she's got a really nice body there.
Oh,
as far as now Billy Mack is, wow.
What he's doing with that thing.
Billy Mack's working he works the bilge pump on his boat. He's trying to.
What's he doing with his own worthless little penis? Just hanging there like a pig's tail?
Wow, he is slamming that thing pretty deep.
My God. That's pretty
Did
good.
she get, when did this come out?
Well, it's black and white, so it's got to be the 50s.
No, it's kind of color.
It's black and white.
It's in color. I don't know. Now the dildo's away, and we'll see if Billy Mack can perform. Billy Mack.
Is it time for him?
Allison Williams? Is that who it is? What did she used to be on?
Local news. Local West. It was West Virginia local news station.
Wow.
WVEC or something like that.
Great head there. She was doing a good job at that.
All right. Are we moving on?
Right down to the balls. What?
Woman finds God in her salami.
Uh-huh.
Fight at a Waffle House. Gonna add a couple.
You're adding a new one. See, I like that. You add a new one, and it's like,
Just when you think you know, right?
Oh, Fight at a Waffle House is pretty good. That's probably a lot of good white trash.
Man puts cow abortion drug in girlfriend's Gatorade.
All right, look.
Wow, she must have been a fat chick. Thanks, Ed.
How do you get this done?
Funny.
3 people have been charged with criminal attempted homicide. It's all part of a plot to end the pregnancy of a teenage girl.
WTAJ News reporter Ben Manning did some digging into this case. He joins us live from the newsroom.
Why do you say digging like
that?
that?
The latest on this.
Because he was in the dumpster.
In the
abortion dumpster.
It's an abortion story.
Turkey
He said she was in a bad mood.
Oh, God.
With the latest on this very strange investigation, Ben.
John Carolyn, this is the case where police say a Williamsburg high school student put a dangerous chemical in his pregnant girlfriend's drink. He thought it would kill the child she was carrying. Luckily, it didn't work. And police say they're just now filing charges because they had to send that poison Gatorade to the chemical unit of the FBI. The Blair County District Attorney's Office filed charges against Jonathan Imler Sr. and 2 juveniles. Police say they were all involved in a plot to end the pregnancy of a teenage girl. Police say a high school boy put Prostamate in his pregnant girlfriend's Gatorade. It actually happened inside Williamsburg High School on March 31st, 2008. Prostamate is a prescription drug that farmers can use to abort cow fetuses.
Why do you need 2 friends involved?
Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing? Well, look out, maybe.
For what? Here's your Gatorade. Drink it.
I mean, while you're putting it in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put it in there, shake it up.
Procure it, perhaps?
The DA
Procure it.
charged all three with criminal attempted homicide of an unborn child, aggravated assault, and theft. But only Imler is being tried as an adult. Police say Imler helped the juveniles steal the prostamate and was involved in planning the whole crime. Police say this is a new one for them.
I have not seen it in this area. This is the first time that I believe that we investigated something of this nature.
People in the community are glad charges are finally being filed.
When this first happened, I think the community all was just so devastated because it was hard to believe the things that you were hearing that could possibly happen.
Councilwoman Becky Mingle says it's a sad situation for everyone. And she's glad the plan didn't work and the girl and her child are still doing fine to this day.
These young adults, they need all the support that they can get to be able to, get through these situations like this and hopefully have a future ahead of them.
That was kind of a dud.
Well, it's a pretty twisted story.
It was a dud, though. What are we supposed to do with that one? Jesus. We
Run
made
through
the
our
mood joke.
Run through our repertoire of abortion jokes.
Yeah, the one friend milked her, the other friend put the stuff in her drink. The other friend made fucking steak out of her hiney.
Dan? Awful Me from Whackbag.
Got another one?
Look up. I think it's Amie. A-M-I-E-E.
Amy?
Yeah, I think that's Amy.
Oh, yeah.
Me.
I
You should resign.
I must resign. Yeah, that is Amy. No shit, Sherlock. And L-U-I.
L-U-I.
Amy Lou.
It's going to be an Asian girl.
Let's take a look at Amy.
Amy Liu. Oh, Jesus. But better go back to the last one.
What about that first pic?
Was that her with the ponytails and stuff? Well, no, that's somebody else. But
that is somebody else.
No, that guy was... What are you doing? Don't send us names that aren't...
All right.
No,
Well,
what
she's
regular
hot,
chicks?
but come on. No models. Stop it. Stop it. What else did we have? I liked one of the other choices.
All right, let me see.
The...
Stinky fridge makes workers sick.
No.
Dead fat lady removed on flatbed.
It could be good.
Or Sam's hip-hop interviews.
I like our little Sam.
Or,
who did he interview? Anyone big?
Rick Ross's baby mom.
Oh.
And Method Man and Redman.
Baby mom might be good.
That might take too much time.
I saw Method Man in the airport. I should have said hello to him. I'm such a fucking
Yeah, I
dick.
saw your tweet.
He was he was in the wire. He was
Tweet,
great.
it's like,
Why didn't you...
That's
you're
right,
the
he
kind
was.
of guy that goes up to people.
I know. Because you know why? Because I've met him before, and he loved me on Lucky Louie.
So you got an in.
No, I know, but I was so full of shame that he wouldn't remember me, and that would just look stupid.
What's the difference? When you're asking for an autograph, you usually do look stupid.
I didn't want an autograph. I already, I don't need. I was just saying
picture.
hello to him. I
Oh, you are?
already got a picture of him from MTV.
Oh, then fuck him.
Where's all your autographs?
I keep them on the windowsill outdoors. No, I keep them in just in a drawer.
Yeah.
Like a little box I have, safe place, signed photos. I separate them very carefully. I take
They're all cataloged,
Last time I was at your house.
alphabetically listed.
It's a good idea.
Your house is starting to look like a museum.
It is.
Really?
I like
There's a
my
lot
stuff
of stuff.
displayed, yeah.
A lot of stuff.
What else am I going to put on the wall? Painting? I don't look at it. Flowers? Some guy did this. It's a duck looking at a fucking pond.
Yeah, dog looking one way, another dog looking the other way.
That I'd put up.
Yeah. Yeah, that is,
So,
like, I got a lot of the sign stuff and things like that. I got to wait till something's built downstairs. Because I can't really, the whole motif of my house isn't really conducive to put shit up. So.
Well, I need more than I have a one-bedroom apartment, but there's not a lot of wall space, a lot of windows. I don't know where to hang stuff.
Hang them on the windows.
You can't do that!
Use nails and then complain that the glass keeps breaking.
That's overreacting, Jim. Who the fuck would do that?
Oh, it's the overreacting, Jim.
That would be funny to fucking put a nail through.
Just trying to hang a picture.
Found a flying ant the other night. You ever spend hours trying to determine if something's a flying ant or a wasp in your house?
Wow, that's scary.
Yes, it is.
I don't like wasps.
I finally put it in my
They
mouth
hurt.
and let it fly around. See what it would do. I'll show you a picture of it. You tell me.
You took a picture of it?
Yes, I did.
Uh-oh.
Well, you find the picture. Mike R. from
This is gonna
Toronto.
be a big
Dan?
lump of shit.
No.
We want regular girls. Mike R. suggests prisonchicks.com.
Are they real prison chicks that you can get
one look and
mail
we'll know.
letters to?
One look and we'll know if they're real prison chicks.
Ooh.
That's a wasp.
That looks waspy.
Wasp.
Now, if you look at flying ants, though, they look a lot like that.
Ants don't fly.
Sorry, this site is not currently available. Wow, prisonchicks.com is up for grabs?
No,
Did you spell it
someone
right?
has it, but
Oh, with a K.
with a K?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's prison chic.
Well, yeah, but this one didn't work, so I tried the other.
No.
What do we got on prisonchicks.com?
Nothing.
What the
Nothing.
fuck are you doing us, guys?
Come on, you idiots.
We have to count on you sometimes.
CHICS?
All right, gotta is in capital letters, and so we're going to try one more. Green lightning. You gotta look up Yulia, Yulia.
This ain't gonna work either, I bet.
Oh, and we got the correct spelling on that Amy chick, too. Nova, Nova.
Nova, I taught you to smile. Oh, God. What is this mess? Look at the size of these. Oh, come now.
What's wrong with you? You have mommy issues if you want boobs that big.
Wow.
A big boob is all right, but that's
Those
just
are giant.
ridiculous.
Oh,
She's,
stop it.
Dan, what do you think? Would you bring that girl to a family outing? That's one of my favorite bits we haven't done justice to yet.
Family outing?
Where you bring your big-titted new girlfriend to the family outing and everyone looks at you because they know why you're with her.
And they're just like, oh, look at the size of her tits.
Someday we'll develop that bit properly. Right?
Yeah, where
because
it's
your
just-
family's not going to sit there and go, oh, let me guess, you're going out with her because of her personality?
Yeah, she's got like fucking 18 inches of cleavage.
And she can't fit into the summer clothes
You got the
too
cool,
well.
You got the cool uncle that comes up to you when you're alone and goes, "Hey,
good job, huh?
Hey,
How many times have you titty fucked those
Yeah. Oh, shit, she comes.
melons?
She got a sister?
Yeah.
You know, your aunt's got cancer.
Oh, shit.
Your uncle just ruins it.
All right, we're going to go with the real Amy
Puta
thing.
loco?
I don't know.
Amy, A-M-A-I. Wait.
M-E.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
A-M.
A-I.
Uh-huh.
And we still go with the Lou. L-I-U.
All right.
Nothing, Dan? God, what's wrong? Our tastes are different than our
Let me see one with the chick, because she got the little braids in her hair.
They're trying to make, like a barely legal thing, but she's Asian, so she's like weighs 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And
She could take a cock.
Looks like angel fuck.
stinky fridge makes workers sick.
Yeah.
Woman finds God in her salami. Father accused of biting out kid's eye.
Still want to know what that's about.
Fight at Waffle House. I don't know why that would
too.
be here. There must
Fight
be
at Waffle House?
I'm starting to think this could
Can't
be
just be a fight at a Waffle
right.
House.
I'm thinking that might be good because fight at Waffle House, we'd throw this in the garbage. Like, who gives a shit?
If maybe they
that
have
happens
funny accents or affectations on their voice, maybe.
And dead fat lady removed on flatbed.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Why don't we try the Waffle House?
I'm thinking Waffle House.
Let's
Yeah.
try Waffle House. So
'Cause I have-
if it sucks, we could bail.
I have confidence in the guys because
Yeah, why would
fights
they
at
just
Waffle
do that?
Houses happen every weekend. So there's got to be
Exactly.
something special to this fight in a Waffle House.
Let's give Waffle House a day in court.
Run up flagpole.
An early morning run for breakfast at the Waffle House turned terribly wrong for Crystal Samuel.
I thought I was going to get me an All-Star.
A popular
All right.
meal on the menu.
Wait, what happened?
I think now I see why this clip was chosen.
I was too busy thinking of bacon salt.
No, the sound quality is very good.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's why they chose this clip. Something about when the interview started.
Oh.
Everybody want a piece of my chicken, Southern fried chicken, fry that chicken, fry that chicken.
An early morning run for breakfast at the Waffle House turned terribly wrong for Crystal Samuel.
I thought I was going to get me an All-Star.
A popular meal on the menu.
Grits, sausage, toast, eggs, and a waffle.
While she waited for
Toes?
her order, her friend started eating. That's when Samuel says she was told they couldn't eat from carry-out trays inside the restaurant.
What was you fussing about? I said, we didn't pay for our food. She said, well, y'all got to leave. I'm like, how you want us to leave and we didn't pay for the food yet?
It got ugly after Samuel says she threw a waffle at the waitress.
I did actually threw the food but it didn't hit her.
She
It was
threw
when she
food?
jumped across the counter. And we got into it.
Clarendon County Sheriff Randy Garrett says the altercation continued outside, where he says 29-year-old Waffle House employee Akeisha Ward got a gun from her car.
Poor judgment on her part. Trying to settle this matter with a weapon.
Investigators have charged Ward with assault and battery with intent to kill after they say a bullet fragment struck Samuel in the arm when the weapon discharged.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's a good one.
What a bunch of lunatics. She threw foo at her.
Well, she had toe.
She had toes.
Some toes in her.
She had some toes, but you can't stand there and eat your toes and the rest of your foo in the takeout container. I understand exactly what happened. They're waiting for the next order to come out.
Yeah.
And this pig couldn't fucking wait to get out of the place. You either stay or you go. You can't sit there and eat your foo here. What kind of thing did she want?
An all-star.
An all-star.
Yeah, no, Grand Slam.
I'm on the all-star.
Was it a Grand Slam or
A
an
Grand
all-star?
Slam is Denny's.
Nah, so this was just some local waffle.
Yeah, Denny's is another problem. they have other issues at
Dan?
Denny's.
Yeah.
Google.
N?
No.
Oh.
Where the fuck is it? God damn it. Busty.
Oh, this
Maryland.
This is going to be some
Busty
big-titted monster.
Maryland. Marilyn.
Busty, Maryland?
Yeah.
Maryland! Now, Grandpa.
How busty is Maryland?
Oh, God. Oh, stop it.
Damn, Maryland's a busty girl.
More mommy issues. Someone didn't get breastfed.
Yeah.
She's chesty.
Someone needs to snuggle up in those and fall asleep in the fetal position. No sex, just sleeping on big booby pillows. Because somebody lacked a little attention. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
How do you have sex with that monster?
I don't know.
Those tits are in the way.
Dan?
Yeah.
Thaney. T-H. This is from Snuffy. Wait, Snuffy did us wrong already, didn't he?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. All right, we'll give you a shot. Thaney. T-H-A-I-N-E-E.
All right.
That's it? It's
What is this? Another one of these Polynesian
Yeah, it's
fucking
another-
waifs?
Flat-chested Thai girl.
I don't. Where are you gonna get that?
Snuff.
You fucking.
Snuffy. All right.
You start talking to her, and some guy does kung fu on a motorcycle and steals your camera.
Let's try Snuffy. Snuffy gave me a third one. We're out, Snuff. You're out. Let me go to the phone.
You sucked.
Yeah.
You're
Boo.
out. You're out. Change your name. Let's say hi to Bill. Bill?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Bill.
Hey, man, I got a one for you. It's whatboyswant.com.
What boys?
Wait, that's
want.
Dasha?
That's
Snuffy
Thaney.
might be back in the game.
That's Thaney.
No, that's Thaney.
Oh, that's Thaney. All right. I apologize to Snuffy.
That's
then.
not that bad.
Thaney's
in
not
that
bad.
picture, but
All right, we're at whatboyswant.com.
yes. What boys want? Other men docking?
We're just hoping for that one website or one picture that just shuts the show down.
Candy.
I don't like any sites with the word boys
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Trust me, you guys will like it. And if you guys want, I'll give you a password for it off air.
Well, Bill,
it's
where
a
do we go
fucking
for the
page
freebies?
with little thumbnails.
Yeah, we don't even know where to go on this page.
Too many words.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of words. Porn sites shouldn't have a lot of words.
We want to put in an address, hit it, and just see nudity.
Right.
Okay, well, if you go off there, I'll give you the password for it.
Well,
it's a little too complicated. We're just trying to do a fun little quick bit
Yeah, we
here.
can't go hold and password.
Yeah, what the hell?
What the hey?
Oh, all right, wait, Danny might have found something. All right, hold on a minute.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, click on one of those down there with her hands on her breast that says, yeah, that one. No? Unclickable pictures?
Slow.
Unclickable thumbnails?
That's all right.
All right.
Oh, not bad.
I'm kind of liking that.
We're looking at
Little
amateurs.
Little slutty girl in the shower.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. What are they doing there?
I don't know. They're going to bathe together.
They're going to bump donuts.
Hey, well, I've walked in on you in the shower, girls. Well, I'm sorry. What have we got here? Ugh, tub girl.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Yes, who's this?
This is Gail.
Hi, Gail. We haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on?
Hey, not much.
Yeah? How's things?
Getting ready to have surgery.
Oh. Surgery on what, Gail?
Goodness, Gail.
My back.
Your back?
Yes.
What seems to be the problem with your back, Gail?
I have 3 bad discs.
Oh, 3 bad discs.
that
Oh, that's a shame. Well,
3 bad discs.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers to you.
Thank you very much.
Gail, what can we do for you? And what channel are you listening to? Tell the fine folks out there what channel you're listening to.
I'm listening to 60 on 6.
That's right, Gail. You're
So
one of our
60s.
regulars. We love Gail here at
Yeah, do you like Flash?
60s on 6.
You like Flash Phelps?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Flash is great,
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
all right. We
like that 60s music. Do you like the Mamas and the Papas?
I do.
Yeah. You li-
Dedicated to the one I love.
Yes.
Yeah. That is a good one. That was the great Mama Cass Elliott,
Yeah.
who we just heard a recording from, her last actual recording. But fantastic, Gail. When did you start listening to the 60s here on 6?
About a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you just love that era of music, huh?
I do.
Remember when you were 70?
Yeah.
Oh, good gravy. Wow, that is nice. Holy
Gail, what kind of song can we play for you?
I wanted to hear Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying.
Oh, what's the matter, Gail? You got to be a little more up than that.
Sure.
Well,
Not that son, Uncle Paul.
That's because I lost my husband, and that's a good song.
Oh, goodness gracious. Gail, I hope that wasn't too recent. Not that time, time does heal all wounds. We got to remember that, Gail.
Okay.
We got to remember that. How long ago did your husband pass?
It's been 11 years, but it seems like yesterday.
Doesn't it, though? Gail, when we lose the ones we love, it's so tough.
What did he die from?
It really is. How did he die?
He had brain tumor.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Gail. Yeah, that's as a matter of fact, with the 60s channel, that took the great George Harrison also. The great George Harrison. So you could take solace in that, I guess.
Yeah.
That they died of the same awful disease.
One
Right.
we'll
My
remember
goodness,
for
that's
eternity.
terrible.
The other one, we forgot about the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else, Gail?
Yeah,
What else is on your list?
I love listening to y'all's channel.
What do you like the best about it?
I love all the music that y'all play.
Yeah, you like the So Happy Together.
Right.
Wow, hold it, Danny. Don't move that. Holy. Hi. Oh, Jesus.
60s were a great time, weren't they, Gail?
Could you print that out for me?
They were.
Yeah. What do you do in the do you reminisce when you listen to the 60s music?
I do.
Yeah, what does it remind you of? What were you into in the 60s, Gail?
Mainly singing with the music.
Really? Do you remember the Summer of Love, 1968?
Let's have her sing a song.
Yeah.
Times are different now with this thing like the internets and things. I don't have time for any of that garbage. I like the way things were, Gail. I like the simpler times when kids knew about music and, oh, my God.
Right. That was the best time.
Remember how good things were, Gail, before they could vote?
God. All right. I need this.
Right.
I need that site.
Hey,
Could
Gail.
you copy and paste that to my email immediately. Hi, Gail.
Well, let's get Gail to sing a song.
Gail, what is your favorite song from the 60s?
Or your favorite song to sing.
I know there's the one that you just requested that you want to go out because, it reminds you of your husband, Puddinhead. But what song do you love from the 60s?
I love any of the Mama and Papas.
See, I knew it. When you said 60s, I knew the Mamas and the Papas, or Mama and Papa, as you so dumbly put it. But, yes, the Mamas and the Papas. Fantastic.
Could you sing something for us, Gail? Please.
Hey, Joe,
Mama?
is Johnny Angel in the 60s, or was that in the 50s?
Oh, you're pretty much talking the 50s, Johnny
yes,
Angel.
just missed.
Johnny Angel. That was more doo-wop kind of sound to it, wasn't it, Gail?
Yeah, that was a great song.
You like the doo-wop, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba, bang-a-dang-dang-a-ding-a-dong, bing-boo-boo. You like that?
Blue Moon.
Wasn't it so much better when, back before, yes.
Yes.
Here we go. Yeah, Gail. You like this music, do you, Gail?
I do.
Yeah. You like separate water fountains?
Yeah.
Little take on Jimmy's joke. I can't get enough of it.
How did you hurt your back, Gail?
Yeah, what happened to your back?
I was lifting concrete bird bath.
What?
A concrete bird bath?
Yeah.
Where do you find concrete birds? See, concrete bird bath. Oh, it's a joke. Hold on. God, I wish you were on a bus with a hat and a cane.
Dan, chessmeat.com.
Yeah, you can bring that down in the mix. We just wanted a little piece of that.
Well, can we get Gail to
simpler
sing a
times,
song?
Gail? Simpler times. How about you want to sing a little Mamas and the Papas for us?
Sure.
All right. What song?
Monday.
La da 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 da.
Can't. Let's see. Let me think. I go.
Here it comes.
Can't stop this day.
Well, can you hear the music playing, Gail?
Monday morning.
Here it comes. Monday. Come on. Here it goes. So good to me. Come on, Gail, sing.
Oh.
Come on.
Phil.
Monday
You've
morning.
only had 40 years to figure out the lyrics of the song, Gail. Let's go.
I hoped it would be. Come on, everybody.
Oh,
Monday morning, the doctor gave me no warning of what was growing in my head. Monday. Yeah, come on, Gail.
What a shock. A bird brain lifting a bird bath.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket.
Tumor.
Oh, my goodness. Monday.
Hat full of oatmeal.
Oh,
yeah,
I love
growing
this song.
inside of me.
Sometimes it just turns out that way, right?
That's right. You're crazy.
We're all crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy in love.
But Monday, how could you leave
that way
and take my hair? Well, chemo's a bitch. Every other. What?
They really have ruined this country, haven't they, Gail?
Oh, they certainly have.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the black man?
Oh, Jesus.
Let's get into it, Gail.
All of the time.
Well, see, I'm listening to Cowsills now.
What? The Cowsills.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, what song is that? Hair?
Rain Park and Other Things.
Which song? Which song are the Cowsills doing?
Rain, the Park and Other Things.
Rain.
Rain.
Oops. Freudian slip.
Rain Park and Other Things.
Right. How old a woman are you there, Gail?
57.
What?
57.
57?
57 years young.
Yes.
Oh.
57?
You sound a little older. Do you smoke, Gail?
No.
Did you used to smoke?
No.
I bet you did.
I've tried it.
Yeah?
You ever tried the marijuana?
Didn't inhale? What about some of the Marahoochee? You smoked that in the 60s? Right? Did you go to Woodstock? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I bet you. God bless you. God bless you, Gail.
Memories.
You an old puddinhead.
She a big gal?
Oh, gee. You a big girl there, Gail?
No.
No, you're a slender, petite woman?
Yes.
Oh, that's fabulous. Did you find yourself another man?
Any boyfriends?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Why is that, Gail?
Because I hadn't been looking.
Why not? Don't you?
I don't know.
You could find a guy that's, likes the same music you like, the 60s music.
That would be nice.
Yeah, one whose brain hasn't been through a Cuisinart. Something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good gravy. Good gravy. Pardon my French. All right, Gail. I guess we'll get a song on for you.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And what was the song you requested?
My head hurts and it ain't stopping.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Of course. It's good that we can all laugh about it, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, I hear you.
What song do you want to hear, dear?
I want to hear Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying.
Right.
Fucking Jay from Huntington writes, Gail hurt her back from the high-pressure fire hose pushing her against the building.
Oh, what happened? What happened, Gail?
What?
No, seriously, did Johnny Angel come out in the 60s or the 50s?
I believe that's the 60s.
1958.
1958?
62.
Or
62. That's what I thought.
No, 1959.
No.
It was 60.
Now you're joshing with me.
Got a live one on the phone.
Motherfucker. Wow.
You can play either one of those songs.
Yes.
The one of them.
Get a little hat removal.
Yeah.
All right, Gail, we're going to let you go.
Okay, I appreciate it.
We're busy.
Talking to y'all.
Good luck with that. Good luck with those 3 disc.
Yes, good luck with your operation. When is that happening?
June the 8th.
June the 8th. Hey, the 9th, tell your husband we said hi.
Okay. So
I hope they fix your back like that cow at the end of Apocalypse Now.
All right, y'all take care.
All right, Gail.
All right.
You keep
Stay away
going.
from those bird baths.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all are crazy.
Yes, yes, we are. All right, there goes Gail. Oh, my God. The cow in Apocalypse when he fixed his back.
He sure did.
Oh, it's horrible. Okay.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, let's, I guess we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Good old Gail.
We never got to the woman finds God in her salami.
There's always
for tomorrow.
Always time.
That's a good point.
Always time for that later. I got to get out of here.
Unrealboobs.com.
To tend to.
Unrealboobs.com.
That's going to be fucking animal monster tits.
You think?
Of course it is.
Where's Dan?
Those aren't even... Danny even had to leave. He was jerking off to Gail's phone call.
You sure he's not taking his once-a-week shit? Jesus.
Yeah, apparently we found out Danny doesn't move his bowels very often.
He had a lot of meat products during the long weekend.
What does he eat? A burger with fucking glue on it?
He said he used to shit like every other day or something, but now it's like every third or fourth day.
Tell him to stop holding his shits in and just get his fucking system fixed already.
He's stocking up.
Got to get a little roughage in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, what does he eat? Just spackle and shoe leather? What a dick.
No one's going to type in...
Adobe and straw.
Could you type in unrealboobs.com?
No.
What the fuck?
That's horrible. Why? Because those tits are fucking awful to look at.
How do you know? Unless you try.
Because I have already looked at 8 different monster tit sites. They're horrible. Oh, they're bloody horrible. Oh, is it? Unreal boobs. It's a lot of text for a fucking picture site.
All right. Look. We could click on busty brunette chick wearing sexy lingerie and stockings.
Oh, yuck.
Gorgeous blonde MILF with big round boobs gets fucked at poolside.
MILF immediately takes the hotness out of any fucking
2 fat ladies
porno.
playing with their extremely gigantic titties.
I say that one.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, let's go with this one.
Go with that link.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, it goes to another thing.
See, it's one of those sites that take you another site.
It goes to another.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be better.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Danny had a site up before that when Gail was on the phone. It was fucking killing me.
Really?
Oh, was it killing me? Girls on the beach and shit. That was hot.
Yo. All right. You're right, Ant. This ain't going anywhere. Yeah. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow.
All right.
Take it easy. Bye now. We'll see you. Am I going to give the signal? When you give it to me, I'll flick it over here.
All right, let's try this.
All right. Ready?
Watch how smooth this is.
Okay.
Opie and Anthony, morning, 6 to 11 a.m. Live and uncensored. The Virus. Sirius 197, XM 202.